Good evening and welcome back to Happy Clap Away. Sorry, the Mancunian way. My name is Martin. I'm your host. I'm back. You missed me, didn't you? You know you did. Be honest now. You missed me. Shows haven't been the same without me. Rich, stop looking all like you don't know what to say.
It's terribly, Martin. We barely knew what to do with ourselves.
I could tell, mate. I could tell. Anyway, good evening, Rich. Good evening, Scotty. How are you?
Evening, gents. Yeah, canny.
Good. Big up to everybody in the chat. Mingy Wong, hello. We are doing well. Hope you are. Yes, we're going to talk about him. We are going to talk about Savio. Don't you worry. Anyone giving it the number 26 tonight, hang your head in shame. Right, I'm going to come to the title in a minute. I've missed an exclamation mark or a question mark. We are on Wembley Way. We're one game away from it. Like, we are on the road to Wembley as we speak. That's what I meant to say. I know we're not at Wembley. It's not my first rodeo, guys. I was trying to have a play with words, and Jesus, I come back and everyone's applauding me over the wording in the thumbnail.
It's first rodeo as a rider, though.
But I don't mean Wembley Way as in Wembley Way. We are on the way to Wembley as of right now. The destination is Wembley, isn't it? Or Etihad South. Sorry, I'm upsetting Scotty here. There's no need for that.
Not at all, mate. Not at all.
I'm on a job. Martin, is Haaland fit? Yes, he was rested. He wasn't injured. Looks like Real Madrid not going for Rodri. Well, we'll see then. Then he better sign a contract then, Cade. West Ham tickets still available? No, they're not. They're sold out now, mate. Have a great show. Big up Tone. I know we'll be back. Fantastic win. Players really showed up. Stones, outstanding. Yes, I know Rich is going to talk about that. I can bet your bottom dollar him and DC are gonna lush all over him.
I tell you, Scott, if he does go on a free, Newcastle should be in for him because he is just the world's greatest ever defender. And if he is going to get free from us this summer, then everyone should be all over him.
I mean,
I'll be crying.
We do need defenders. We need all over the park, mate. That's the problem.
Big up Ash, Ramadan Marmoush again. Ramadash Marmoon, Ryan 8 Norwich, cushion up at the Bernabeu, please. Hello, Connor, how are you? That Sabinho goal was insane last night. Oh my God. Be humble, guys. We won, but Real Madrid is night. Oh, yeah, 100%. Listen, Pardo, we're just going to enjoy it because of what was said in the week. Some people, it's their opinion. I didn't agree with it. Thought people were hitting the panic button a little bit too early. Right, I will come to the predicted 11s towards the end of the show. I may stay on later to make up not being here last week. So I may do a little bit.
We must fight and win. Let's go. Let's go, Madrid, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, big up, by the way. Teenage Cancer, that link's still going. Big up to Dash. I will show that again in the show. Hit that subscribe. Samaritan link down below as well for Dash. I will post the Teenage Cancer link in a bit. Promise you, Dash. Big up to you, mate. If we don't normally get away tickets, then last night was brilliant. And West Ham, as I said, West Ham is now sold out. Big up, DC. Hope you are well. Steve Finn is with us. Tom might win the Rodri bet. Why? Oh, go on. Which journalist has told you this? Yes, right, Jack. Good winner. Good evening, Fogger. What?
What's the Rodri bet? That he stays or he goes?
Me and Elliot betted him that he'll leave, and Tone said he'll stay. But if he doesn't sign a contract, that's technically still not allowed because that's not really staying. That's because no one's bidding for him. Massive difference.
Well, I think Nicolo, what's his name, Cesario, whatever, he came out and said that Rodri, well, the club is not going to sell Rodri. That's what he said.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
So we're believing that over Fabrizio now. So last summer we all believed Fabrizio. So what we're doing is we're believing what news we want to believe that suits what we want to hear.
Well, that's the world, Martin.
Exactly. Thank you.
That's
so what we're doing is whatever we want, we're going to follow that journal.
Yeah.
So Kane isn't interested in Fabrizio anymore because he's not giving him the correct news. I like it. The quad back on. Let's not go A to Z. Want Port Vale away. Hey, that'd be like 1997 all over again. But it won't be King Clancy away. Good evening, Indriel. How are you, Fogger? I know we're not back at Wembley. God, I'm getting pulled out on this tonight. Savio was cooking on steroids. You can't say that. That's just harsh. That's accusations. Just like now, big up, Stephen. How are you? Don't worry, mate. 22nd of March, you're getting yours. You're getting yours at Etihad South. I've sent you the link now, Luke. Mamouche loves bushing up the Geordies. Remember getting beat at Vale Park 98? Yep. Bald-headed Martin Foyle and King Clancy didn't want to play. I remember it. I was at Vale Park. Not a good one. When I like Port Vale or Southampton at home, I'll take either, mate. No, in our look, we'll get Liverpool or Arsenal. Hey-ho. Right, I'm going to stick it. There's loads of people in. Wembley. I know it's not Wembley. We're on the Wembley journey. Jesus Christ. No one's having it. Evening, Bobber. Savinio, man of the match. We'll get into it. Newcastle is our fish. Jesus. Scott, buckle up. What do you think about the Rodri news? I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. Yeah, we have company. Sorry, Scott. Yeah, we have company tonight. Man City will beat Madrid. What's up? God, there's so many of you in tonight. Big up to you all. Savinio, one good game. Oh, don't do that. Davey, Matt, don't do that, mate. Come on. 20. No, we're not doing the hashtag 26 tonight. Stop doing that. His name is Savinio, not 26, boys. Mate, we're winning the league, Spartacus. Ed with the Mamba. Have you just got hang on? Right, Scotty won't understand this. Every time there's a player who scores, Ed turns up with a shirt with his name on. Have you got all the squad there, mate, or something?
No.
Have you all the squad? Wow.
Slightly plastic, that mine, mate.
No.
Felix Diaz. Okay.
I don't have all the. I have some of the defenders, but I have more of the attackers, so it just works out.
And it isn't just right.
The chat loves it, though, man. The chat loves it.
Yeah. Thoughts on the Rodri situation? What? I don't know what. All right, then. So Pep Guardiola signing an extension because we're going off all the rumours that are going around at the minute. So come on, Lena. Let's talk Newcastle. Come on.
Yeah.
Right. Good evening, Lena. Blue Heart, me old mucker. How are you? Sarah's with us. God, there's so many of you in tonight. Andrew, nearly 200 of you already. Andrew, hello. Evening, mate. Steve Finney's with us. Make sure you say hello to each other. Right. Manchester City had a tricky tie at St. James's Park. And City sort of got a 3-1 win. I will come to your memberships in a minute, I promise you. I've not forgot it. By the way, please say thank you to everyone who has gifted memberships this evening, especially Fogger, the absolute legend that he is. So big up, mate. We'll start with the teams, as we always do. Scott, you're the guest, so we're going to start with you. What did you think of your team? Because I thought your team surprised me.
Did it? In what way, mate?
I didn't think he'd do that.
You didn't think he'd... It's what else could he do as well, though?
Are you talking about Walter-Made in midfield, or what are you talking about?
Well, the plays he had, and then he played him. Walter-Mada's not a midfielder.
He's pushing him into midfield at the minute, though, mate.
Why?
I don't know whether there's a bit of a science experiment going on there. I don't know.
No Linton 2.0.
Is he called Pep? He does science experiments.
Yeah, it is a bit like, I don't know whether it is a bit like Joe Linton 2.0. That's not going very well at the minute. Nah, I mean, there was no shocks for me. Not really. Not with the Barca game coming up.
Well, I'm going to ask you this in a bit. I will come to you because I want to ask you this in a bit because I think Eddie Howe's putting all his eggs in one basket right now. And I think he's playing a very dangerous game.
All right, what women?
To be honest. Only because you get beat by Barcelona, he's basically telling everyone your season's done. And I think that's a bad thing. To make it public the way he has was a bit concerning. Because your lineup, by the way, was Ramsdale, Trippier, Malik Chow, Botman, Hall, Tonali, Willett, Elanga, Walter-Mada, Barnes, and Osula.
Yeah.
But Scotty, if is this true or not? I heard that it was leaked from a source near the club that the club isn't really concerned about it getting Europa or Conference League because it doesn't have the same money as the Champions League. So they're not really concerned about.
I don't think the club's come out and said that, mate. I think there's some fans saying like they don't want Conference because it's going to be a distraction. They would take Europa and obviously the Champions League spots off. So I don't think the club's come out and said anything. Not that I've heard anyway, but I personally don't want Conference. I take Europa, but not Conference. I think Conference is a massive distraction.
Yeah, I mean, you only have to look at the way the second best United in the Premier League, who you beat in the week, are doing when they're playing. I think 2 games in the next 35 days. Or 2 games in like a month after this one because they're not in all the other comps, so they can coach their teams for a week or 2 for a match. got no injuries, can play best 11 every game, and that makes a huge difference. I think, honestly, if you're not going to be in the Europa League and really going for it, you're better off out of Europe, focusing on domestic comps, and especially if you haven't got that Europe's for the teams with 22-player squads, because you can't play them every game.
I think for me, personally, I don't know what other Geordies think, but I'd be happy to take a year out of Europe, a year only, and push for Champions League again. That would be my personal aspirations for next season. I don't want to go into Europa again, Europa Champion Conference. No way. But you're right, like we haven't got two teams. We have to play our first team nearly every game. And this is where we're starting to struggle. And then he has to put square pegs in round holes.
So who were you expecting to have played, mine that didn't play? I mean,
I thought Joe Linton would have played.
He's just come back from injury, though, Martin.
I know, but I was surprised because I'll be honest with you. I thought you'd have took the FA Cup more serious.
I don't think it's that we didn't take it serious. I don't think, giving you some kudos here, I don't think you realise the mammoth club you are and the beast you are in teams. Because you can literally, you made 10 changes last night and everybody's saying this is a B team. And I'm like, fucking Mamouche, fucking Doku, they're not B team players. They are decent players.
Scott, no one rates them. Half our fan base don't rate these players, you know, mate.
I don't get this. Like, I really don't get this. I don't.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Scott. This is why I get happy clapping, by the way.
I look at Doku, mate. I'd give me left testicle for Doku. Do you know what I mean? Mamouche, I mean, the kid loves smashing Geordies. It's doing my tits in. But anyway, like, you know, he's a mint player. And I'm looking at your B team thinking, shit, I'd kill for this team. Or half of it. Don't know why.
I hear it. I do hear it because I think, I'm going to be honest with you, I think this is why some City fans have got this, where they have a bit of hatred by other fans, because we're saying our squad's not good enough, not deep enough, and everyone else around the league's going, are you taking the piss?
Yeah.
Like, we'll take your bench, guys. This is what I keep saying to everyone. 18, 17 teams take our bench and put it in their first team.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think there's just some. I'm going to say some, and it might be a minority. I'm going to come out and say it's probably a minority. And, you know, the minority are the loud people.
Yeah.
They want that world class. They want the numbers. They want the world class people.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, Núñez people don't rate, even though he's had a fantastic season. There was a lot of people, including me, saw that team last night at City's, and we thought we were getting beat there.
He's me thinking, shit, here we go again. I genuinely thought, shit, here we go again. It's the likes of Doku and Mamouche, and then, you know, he's getting into a little bit of trouble in 20 minutes, and you're looking at your bench going, hold on a minute.
There you go. Scott, there's a mark. That was our E team last night. Don't rate most of them. Foden is in the C team. This is what I mean, mate. I know you're sat there with your mouth to the floor thinking, what the hell?
I'll tell you what, I'll give you an Osula. I'll give you an Emil Kraft. Then you can start saying you've got C, D, E, Z teams. Like, square pegs in round holes. Like, Trippier played fantastic against Man United. He was never going to give us 90 minutes yesterday either. So he had to move Hall over and put Dan Burn left back. I mean, Dan Burn at left back, mate, come on, he can't friggin' run.
But Scotty, was that kind of like confusing though, because he brought on Tino? Why didn't he bring on Dan Burn and Tino at the same time if he was gonna? Was it just because of the minutes with Tino coming back, or
It'll be minutes. It'll be minutes, mate.
No,
yeah.
you're not a man, you like little sod. I
Yeah,
know you were man.
Yeah,
You're
it'll
not
be
winding me
minutes.
up.
Yeah.
You're not a man. It's fine, mate. It's your opinion. And I
But I
love
know
it.
some
Right.
people were.
I love it. I love
Some
you,
people were
man.
confused by that he moved Hall to right back just to bring on Tino 5 minutes afterwards. So I know
He moved Hall to right back because obviously you've got Trippier, who's 35. It's going to be flagging, mate. And he's probably going to have to do something against Barca as well.
Well, Scott, I'll read you because we're done in Newcastle. We will come to the game. Promise you. City we started Trafford, Nunes, Stones, Kushinov, Ake.
Yeah.
I'll tell you now, 9 times out, a lot of people last night saw Stones and Ake in that back line, and their asses went like that. Yeah, that's just our back line.
Yeah, but that's because
From Darlington O'Reilly, someone a bit iffy on
Martin. So
Rich.
calm down, Rich. We understand the
not
glaze.
spoke for a
We
week.
understand the glaze.
Yeah.
Rich, I've not spoke for a week. Let me get me say back in. I've been quiet for a week, man.
I don't see why you.
Comments.
I don't know why you don't have courage in them, to be honest.
Well, Savinho, people call him number 26. Some do, and say he's crap. Reinders, some people think he needs a season. Some thinks he needs to be sold. Doku, some don't say he's a speedboat, no driver. I know my Mamouche, people said he's just Haaland's backup.
One hell of a backup. Do you know what it is?
This is what I mean, mate.
The Geordies actually fear Mamouche more than Haaland. I looked last night and I saw.
I hear that.
I was like, here we go. Like, I worry about Haaland. Obviously, probably the best striker in the league at the moment. But I look at Mamouche and I'll go, here we go again. That kid is unreal. I'd take him off your hands tomorrow.
Yeah, and this is why we always on this channel talking about, players can be unhappy because of the talent we do have on our bench at times, right? And these are the moments that we talk about for these players to prove or give the manager a headache in the big matches coming up. And, you just give your hats off to the guys because it was a rough 20 minutes in the beginning. Because you guys were pressing hard. You guys came out with a lot of intensity. The crowd was behind you guys. And
Newcastle battered us for the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, so and it shows just a level of mentality too to come back from that, because you could easily just fold it right then and there, and we could have easily went out the cup. But you gotta give it to the guys that stuck in there and fought for it.
See, I genuinely think that a lot of teams come to St James's Park under the lights, and a lot of teams do bottle it. Now, when it comes to you guys, you have been in so many different positions now over the years. And yes, I think, okay, you might have been a little bit off at the first 20 minutes. But once you've got into your stride, the 12th man for us didn't really matter. Like, that's the thing. Like, you're used to them situations now. You've been in them so many times. It doesn't really matter what you've come up against at Newcastle anymore. You don't get fazed by it, where other teams do. That's what I believe anyway.
Luke is going to join at some point. Luke is joining. I've sent him the link. So Luke probably will. Yeah, let's not go into that. I mean, to me, I'm going to be big up Briggsy, by the way. I just realised you were in, mate. Big up. Hope you're well. Just before I come to the memberships, I thought for 20 minutes, because we'd made 10 changes. Don't know about you, Rich and Ed. I thought we looked like we'd made 10 changes for the first 20 minutes. I'm going to be straight. And this is what I'm about to say now is no reflection on the rest of the game. I thought Nico Gonzalez looked like a lost puppy in the first 20 minutes. He was being overrun. I thought the back line was all at sea. James Trafford looked like he was making his debut. And suddenly, Rich, you're on mute, and it's the most sense you've talked all week. And I'll be straight with you. Omar Mamouche didn't touch the ball for 35 minutes. I had to double check he was playing for 35 minutes, poor Omar, because he never got the ball. So I think that's a little bit. I don't know about you two. I think that's where there was a little bit of nervousness from the City side, Scott, because for 20, 30 minutes we looked like strangers.
I mean, I listened to it on the way home from work, and it looked like we were going to get something from it. And I'm thinking, mate, we're 35 minutes in, and this is City. Do you know what I mean? Like, once you've got, I think you got a handle on Tonali, who was pinging the ball around really well. Once you got a handle on him, it all started to, it just started to crumble a little bit. That's what you guys do. We're getting used to it. You know what I mean? We played you five times this season, beat you once. I'm getting sick of seeing you now. I think you're sick of seeing us too.
Would you take playing us again if it means you get to the Champions League final?
Oh Christ! I mean, of course I would, mate. I mean, how I like if we get to the Champions League final, mate, yeah, I'll meet you all day long again. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, like, and that's only to piss the people off down the road from us as well.
Well, yeah, I mean, saying that, I think for 20 minutes, I mean, the goal you scored was, I mean, you had a number of chances. Like I said, there was that one, which the one that scared me the most is when Trafford decided not to catch it or was trying to I don't know what he was doing. Chest it, not catch it, hot potato away. I didn't know what he was doing with it.
No, it was volleyball.
No, don't give me volleyball, Rich. Don't give me volleyball. He shit his pants.
He was pumping it up. Someone's coming.
You've got to take the chance against you guys. You have to. You have to. You give so little. You've got to take them.
I mean, I will say, I mean, like people, I thought Kushnerov had an excellent game. I thought, again, for the first 25, 30 minutes, I thought Kushnerov was all at sea because he played everyone offside for the Barnes goal. It was Kushnerov not pushing up. Again, that's not me having to go at Kushnerov before people in the chat come at me and say that I hate him. I am reviewing the first 25 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
And no worries, mate. No worries. So, but after that, do you know what it was for me? I don't know what you all think. I think the Newcastle goal woke us up.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
I think 100%. It was the worst thing you did, in a way.
But, mate, this is what happens against City. People score against City, and it's like, oh, shit, here we go. We've now poked the bear. Do you know what I mean? And, yeah, and you've got to be ready for what the bear's going to bring. Do you know what I mean? Because you just know how to play. It's hard. You know, people have got to swallow that. The fact is, City are a fantastic team who've got a fantastic manager who know how to play out of certain situations. Now, you have been in so many positions over the past years. Now, you know how to play out of them. End of, really.
Yeah, I mean, I will. I'm going to ask you two the question because I'm telling you now, I'm just going to come to it, and I don't care if people call him 26 or whatever they want to do. I have not seen Savinho play like that. So long.
Villarreal,
I was thinking.
And there was another one. I think that's the last time.
Yeah, there was another one in the cup.
Yeah, and it's just getting. He's a confidence player. Once, you know, I actually think he was starting before the goal, but that goal just released his confidence. It's almost like he's been so anxious about not getting the goal or assist or whatever that goal, standing still genius or Sean Goater, whatever you want to call it, is, I think that mentally just changed him. And from that second, he switched on. And then that almost switched Doku on. And honestly, we have missed having that wide wing play for the last few months. We've really missed having that extra option because that, you know, having Savinho or Doku in the team just adds a different dimension. It does spread the attack more, and you know it makes a huge difference. So we are so lucky to have them coming back now because I think they're going to be vital. Whether it's starting games, I mean, I'd start one of those two most games to give us the option. But off the bench. It just, running the ball out of defence when you're tired at the end. They just offer us options that we don't have.
Yeah.
This is where opinions are very different.
Doesn't need legs. It's all up there.
Connor's put here, John Stones' legs had gone. I thought he was outstanding last night.
But that's why
where difference of opinion is.
Rich, but that's why I said Marmoush didn't come on last game, because we went to a more winger setup, and it doesn't make sense to bring Marmoush on if you're going to do that unless you're taking off Haaland, right? Because he brought on Doku and Savio against Forest to give us that option to go out wide.
Yeah, Marmoush only could come on the game before if we took Semenyo off, and I don't think we were going to do that. Especially it's obviously very clear against Newcastle that Pep, was resting probably 7 or 8 starters for Madrid, because going away to Madrid, he's not going to be playing his most attacking team, and he obviously, I think he wanted Nico O'Reilly to have a run out, and maybe a few others, and I think maybe I'm starting to think maybe we see Kuznov right back against Madrid. Maybe that's why Nunes played. I don't know. But I think that was a lot of mine. Anyway, I've got to drop to go and do a lift, but I'll probably come back on and join again in 10 minutes.
No worries, mate. See, it's like, look, their goal came. See, Yeltsin, I get that, but like the Foden one on last Wednesday, there was too much play in between. I can't do this. A player loses the ball that high, and then I can't do that, and then blame them.
Yeah.
There was enough time to be that stopped. We've got to stop this going back to the original thing. Yes, that is an error. It's not the cause for the goal, though. It's like the Foden one on Wednesday. Yes, he lost the ball in a silly area, but Nottingham Forest had like 3/4 of the pitch to go into. That could have been stopped earlier. I get it, because for some reason you can't even say Kushinoff made an error anymore without getting people jumping at you now. We got to stop this. Kushinoff makes an error, it's going to get called out, guys. Any player makes an error. I did it with Foden. He made an error. Stop this. It's up to you, but I ain't going to do the player FC. You want to do it? I'm not. That's all it is. Someone makes an error, I will call it out. Speaking of errors, I did forget to mention, Scott.
Yo.
Got a penalty for you on Reinders. I forgot all about that a little bit.
Penalty on Reinders.
The one early on when he shot. It was basically carbon copy of the Foden one in the league.
Yes. Yeah. It's carbon copy of the Foden one in the league, mate. Didn't get given.
I just think referees are poor this season.
I mean, this season, mate, the referees have been absolutely shocking. We need to see a vast improvement in our officials. Big style. I mean, I've watched a lot of your games, and you've had a penalty that you should have had the other night. I think, was it Haaland went down in the box? You didn't get it. Can't remember who you were playing.
Rodri against Forest.
It was Forest.
Forest, yeah.
I'm not going to blame refs, because I think refs are poor for everyone this season. I don't agree with that. It's a conspiracy on Twitter.
No, I don't think there's a conspiracy. I think they just poor from top to bottom. Everybody, 100%.
Yeah,
we need.
But no, I just think. I mean, City got the equaliser. Doku woke up. Thought Doku's wing play on that goal was phenomenal. It was direct. He used his pace. It was a little bit of trickery. Lovely ball in. Yeah. And Savio, did he mean it, Ed? Or did he just?
I thought he meant it because he got into position. It kind of was. He got into position and he just let the ball hit him. I don't know why he didn't try to kick at it. I think maybe he thought if he kicked at it, he would miss it. But you see him getting in position and see the ball coming to him, and he just lets the ball hit off of him. So, but yeah, it wasn't like he was making a late run and the ball accidentally hit him. He was already there, and he basically just stood there while the ball hit him.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if he meant it to go where it went to. That's a different question. But I think he meant for the ball to hit him.
I think the assist was better than the goal myself, but
oh yeah, the Doku assist was better.
And I'll be honest with you, Scott, I think City were well deserved that equaliser at that point in the game.
Oh, he's returning the screw. He's definitely turning the screw. I don't know whether Louis Hall could have done a little bit better. I don't know whether I'm calling him out a little bit too soon. Because he flung a foot at it, but he was nowhere near it. I don't know whether it was just sort of reaction. I'm not sure.
Well, it looked like, from what I saw in the playbacks, was our fullbacks were coming inside and was taking that defender on the far post off of it, and that's what caused our wingers or strikers to be wide open. Because even on Marmoush one, you see Nunez. Or no, it was O'Reilly run through and Tripper has to take him, right? Or he's going to get contact with the ball. So that leaves the odd man there left alone unless a midfielder drops there. So it seems like that was a plan for us inside the box.
Yeah.
No, Baz ain't joining. It's just Scotty tonight. It's not a Blues Oil Brothers, don't worry. It's just I wanted to get some Newcastle fans on as well just to get their opinion. And then second half, my God, talk about... I always say of goals, you want to score them just before half-time or just after half-time. They're like the perfect caveat. And City came out the way they finished they finished that half. They came out with impetus, they came out with directness, they were fluid, and it was a lovely goal again from Mamouche. By the way, Nunez with a cracking cross. Lovely ball, dangerous ball for the goalie, close to him in that 6-yard box, and it goes all the way. And there's old man Mamouche, who I'm going to be honest, for 35 minutes was anonymous. I was getting milk cartons out looking for him. His face was going on a milk carton, but my God, did he wake up when that goal went in? He just came alive and was like, wow.
Yeah.
And that's what, I mean, the guys at the top, that's what they can do, right? They can switch it on at any given time in the game, and that's what makes them special. You see him score that one goal, and he's thinking about the second. He's thinking about the third. How can I get the ball in the back of the net more and more? And we all know he has the talent to do those worldy hits. We've seen him even last season do worldy hits for us to get his top 4. So we know the quality he has. Is this about for him the consistency? Outside of playing Newcastle, we want to see it more and more. But inside the box, Marmouche can hit it. I mean, inside, outside the box, long range, Marmouche can hit it from anywhere.
Well, like I said, it was phenomenal. And then, like I said, he scores that worldie on the 65th minute where he just puts his laces through it and goes, thank you very much. And then it is game over. I'll be honest with you, I felt watching it. I don't know how it felt. I don't know if you were there, Scotty, or from a Newcastle point of view, but it felt like Newcastle players were game over at 2-1.
Yeah. I think it felt like I think it was like, here we go again. We're in this situation again. We've been in it too many times here this season. And I think it was just like, this is it. Here we go. 2-1. How do we get back into this? The head sort of went down a bit, but your play was so fluid. I mean, we barely had the ball second half. We barely got. You didn't give us a sniff, and the third one was just unreal.
Yeah, I mean that third one was just a sublime finish. It really, really was.
Yeah,
and then it just.
But Scotty, let me ask you about, because I know this has been a topic for you guys too, and I know Ramsdale. From a lot of shows I watched, people thought Ramsdale did a good job against United, right?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts about this goalkeeper situation moving forward for the rest of the season? Are you guys going to go back and forth?
I believe he's going back. I don't think we're going to sign him permanently. We need a keeper, mate. I don't think Trafford's going to be the keeper either, to be fair. We're looking at a lad from Lens, I think, in the French league. But Newcastle's getting linked with everybody, mate. So we just don't know. But I don't think Trafford's going to be one, and I don't think Ramsdale. I think Ramsdale's going back.
But what do you want to see for the rest of this season, though?
Rest of this season for me, oh God, decent showing in the Champions League, beat the Mackhams, and just get maximum points as possible. Hopefully, 7th or 8th finish.
I'd agree with that, by the way. I know Pardo's saying it's just another Sterling, but yeah, no, I'm with him. I think that was a typical Saturday Sterling finish, coming in at the back post and finishing it off. Totally. I mean, they were singing his name last night, loud and proud.
But Martin, this is what we said, like coming from the summer. All that stuff, all that noise goes away if you have a few good performances and you help the team during the running, right? We said that. And you know, we're going to talk about the John Stones pass because, you know, that kind of showed both sides of what we're dealing with a young player, right? But he's going to get his moments. You know, we have a lot of games. You know, we know the manager trusts him, likes him. We're going to talk about Pep's comments probably later too. But, you know, he has to take his chances.
That Harlem emotion is such a run. Right. But listen, guys, we won a game. Look, we've even got Arsenal fans. Hello, boss man. Are Arsenal not playing tonight, mate?
Yo, I tell you right now, Savinho is better than Madueke. I tell you that right now. I would take Savinho.
I've never weighed on the Savinho thing. I think Savinho just needs time. Big up Magnus. By the way, if anyone, Magnus, you want to join, you're more than welcome, mate. I've said this. I'm going to stay in a bit longer tonight. Listen. City have won. It's not the time to start criticising players. It's like I still don't get the Diaz hate. I don't get it. I think people have just got a bit of an agenda on Ruben Diaz.
Because people are just saying Husanov's generational.
Yeah, well,
you know.
I'm not being funny. Kushinov hasn't done anything to what Ruben Diaz has done. I'm not saying Kushinov won't have a career like Diaz. I think Kushinov is going to be amazing, top class player. But he's not Ruben Diaz. I'm sorry, he's not. He's not. Right now, he's not. Can he be? Maybe. Yes, let's see. But Ruben Diaz, can we stop doing what Ruben Diaz has done? Jesus. Because again, I'm going to say this. Kushinov is actually, him and Diaz have got a little bit of a learning curve off each other in training. Kushinov is listening to Diaz. So can we not? They're not doing this. Oh, you, me. So why we're doing it, I don't know. Your shirt looking clean and fresh. Thank you very much.
That was to me, Martin. I appreciate you.
It was to me. I'm going to ask a question to you both, and I'm going to start with you, Scotty, because this has come up all day. I'm just going to do these, and then I will just do it. Fogger with a 20 gifted memberships. Big up, mate. You, sir, are a superstar. Thank you so much. Thank you. Big W's in the chat for Fogger. Bella renewed for a 34th month. Thank you so much. Mate, appreciate that. And Lenny with a 34 months. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate it.
I'm emotional. I mean, this is a dream come true. All these guys deserve. All these guys around here.
So there you go. King Kusher. He's playing FC with old Real Mario. He does like it. Yeah, exactly. We should respect both. Spot on, Ash. Respect both. Totally agree with you. He is not Diaz. He is better. Behave, mate. Anyway, right. I'm going to ask a very difficult question. I want your opinion on this, Scott, as an outsider.
Whoa.
Do City look better without Erling Haaland?
Oh, I said it before. I feel
Careful, know where I'm
I
going with it.
fear Mamouche more than I fear Haaland. I genuinely think you play some better football without him, but he's a different. It depends on who's leading your line. For me, I think Haaland gives you something that Mamouche doesn't, and Mamouche gives you something Haaland. It depends. I think you've got a lovely battle going on there. I think he's a bit better without Haaland. I'll take him off your hands.
I'm going to say I don't think we are.
No.
Right?
Haaland, to me, is the best finisher in world football. Is he going through a lean period? Yes. But I think we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves on this.
Mark,
I'm gonna people
Mark,
that
I'm
want
sorry.
Haaland
You know
to
how
stop.
much I rate Haaland. You know, I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna come in. We can all say this is a down year for him, but it's just got into March. It's just got into March, and Haaland almost has 40 GNA on the season. I know people think that we play better, but you can't deny the facts that when we get to Haaland, that we see we go on these massive runs. We've been on the runs we've been on this season. Haaland has been a part of. The win at Liverpool, Haaland was crucial in. And I just think that we all magnify every single game and every single detail of a player that people are trying to say, oh, we're better. No. All these players are humans, and they're not going to be 10 out of 10 every game.
Yeah.
You know, if this is a poor Haaland on almost 40 GNA, then shit. What's 10 out of 10 look like for the guy?
Yeah, it's just.
I don't know if you've heard any of
a little
that.
bit silly.
Because there has been a lot today. Because I knew the question was going to come out. I knew it was going to come out. But yeah, where are you at with this? We look better without Haaland. Well, one of the lines I got was we look better without Rodri and Haaland.
But Rod. I think the problem is with both those players. Rodri was the best player in world football 2 years ago. He was dominating games. We went 60 games without even losing a single game where Rodri played. And he went nearly a year for club and country not losing a game. He was absolutely exceptional. He did his ACL. He's taken over a year to come back, and he hasn't hit the ground running. The form he was before he got injured. He's still very good. I mean, he's still playing well, and he's still, playing like a top midfielder, but he isn't quite back to his best level. But it took him years at City to reach that best level. And I think it's going to take, and he's coming back to a different team. I mean, half the team's changed since he went, and he's got to get back to full fitness. And, that's what he needs. And same with Haaland. People judge Haaland. If he doesn't score more than a goal a game, he's failing. And that's silly. Haaland, I think, has improved. He got he's pinging in crosses for headed goals to O'Reilly the other week. He's been defending, back defending, clearing the ball and everything else. So I think he's really starting to improve his all-round game. I just think that, unfortunately, in a lot of games, he's marked by 2 or 3 players, and it's up to City to take advantage of the space he gives us, rather than try to criticise him because he can't do anything when he's got 3 players on him in every direction. And I remember a game at Madrid, I think it was the season before last, where people were slagging off Haaland for his game, but he basically held up their entire defence, and we got 3 goals in Madrid, all because of Haaland clearing out the penalty area and giving our players space. And yet some fans still slagged him off for it.
See, well, Predators said, Predators won. Scott, I hope you're listening to this, by the way. Mamouche, Haaland, Semenyo should be our front 3 here onwards. Another one was I would tell Haaland tomorrow, poor footballer, 4 goals in 16 games, 800 kid is a crime. Haaland been poor for 2 months. Haaland been poor for 3 months. Yeah. I don't
See, I
know.
think what you need to correct on that, Haaland hasn't been poor for 2 or 3 months. Haaland hasn't been at his elite best for 2 or 3 months. That's true. He hasn't been poor. You know, we could have Richarlison up front, and Richarlison's best game would be like one of Haaland's worst games. And the fact is, Haaland's still playing well. He's just not. He started the season it was just ridiculous. He was like, 18 goals in 11 games or something at the start of the season. And everyone's just judging against that. And when he's not replicating it, he's rubbish. But that isn't right. It's like when Alan Shearer at Newcastle, if he went 4 games without a goal, that doesn't mean he's not brilliant. It means he hasn't done as well as his absolute best. But he's still the best striker in the Premier League at the time. So
the bar's so high for Haaland. That's the thing. The bar is so high, and you're expecting him to pull it out every single game, and he's just not going to do it. He's going to go through patches. They all do, but his patches are some people's purple patches. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah.
It's just, like I said, in Champions League, he has 7 goals in 8 games in the Champions League.
I understand its opinions. I get that. I just think people are mistaking form for ability. Every player can have bad form.
Yeah.
Doesn't make them crap. And this is my thing, is we wanted these. People are saying you want Elisa, you want Musiala, you want all these top players, wouldn't you? But if they're not performing, you then want to sell them. We can't get into a mindset of just, if they don't perform for half a season, get rid. I keep saying it. We'd have got rid of Rodri, Sterling, Bernardo. God knows how long. We'd have got rid of a lot of players in the first year. With people's opinions at the minute. Raheem Sterling was crap in his first year. Bernardo was poor in his first year.
Yeah.
Rich knows there's something wrong with his
mind. Wanting to get rid of that.
Yeah.
I'll click on my headphones again and see if that helps.
People were crying exactly. I just think it's not a long. No, it's not. It's really not. Mo Salah went through a lot longer than three months, mate. So that's where I disagree with you. It's your opinion. You're fine. You're entitled to it. But I totally disagree. 3 months is long.
That rat we saw to Liverpool, he went through a patch as well.
Yeah. I think people have got this. I said this. I think Haaland's made a rod for his own back with the record number of goals he was scoring. And then everyone just presumed that was the norm.
Yeah.
Because it was only 2 or 3 games ago. A lot of people were saying Mamouche wasn't offering a lot. And now they want Mamouche over Haaland. It's correct. People have got to stop. I'm sorry. It's I'm entitled to my opinion as well. And the way people are talking, it is a bit FIFA-ish. If you're not performing, out you go. That's not the way football run. It's just not.
Scotty can tell you with Gordon, right? You've had the same thing with Gordon this season, right, Scotty?
No, I mean, last night, I mean, the commentator was going on. He hasn't brought Gordon on. He's going to bring Gordon on. You know what it is? He made him out to be like prime Aguero, and I'm thinking, mate, he's scored 2 in 20, 30 games in the Premier League. Like, yes, he's had an outstanding Champions League, but he is not. He's not going to bag you a shitload of goals. Like, yeah, he's out of form. Do you know what I mean? Here's a question for you guys, though. So a lot of your people that want these players out, do you find that they are lifelong Man City supporters, or are they supporting after the cups and the winnings have come?
The online support, I'd say, as in, for me, most of the people really complaining are younger fans and online.
Do you find it's the ones that have never seen the dark days of what Man City was?
Well, generally, yeah, but the biggest moaner this channel's ever had was, it's about 85. And, it was going in the dark days and has moaned for the last 75 years. He wanted Pep out in 2016. so we can't say it's exclusively.
More, you got to mute your mic, man.
Generally, younger online fans are generally it, but there are some who should know better, who are still, anytime the slightest thing goes wrong, it's moaning. I mean, I remember years ago listening to TalkSport and United fans phoning up and asking, what, in Fergie sacked because they hadn't won for 3 games. And unfortunately, every fan base, especially if you're successful, has fans like that who just genuinely think if you should win every single game by about 4 goals. And if you don't win a game by 4 goals, then someone's done something wrong and you've got to go and sack half the team. And there were people who wanted, if we go back a few years, there were people who thought David Silva was a failure because he wasn't prime David Silva in the first half of the first season. There were people who wanted Pep out in his first season when we got, we scraped into 4th place, was it? No, 3rd place we got in the end, didn't we, in the last game of the season? And people wanted Pep in his first season fired for coming 3rd. So, there are fans like that. And, Savinho will be one where, people will be slagging off Haaland and wanting Savinho picked when for the last 3 months the same person has been saying Savinho's rubbish, we should have sold him to Spurs. It was the biggest mistake this club's ever made, not getting 60 million from Spurs. And it's just, it's the modern world,
We find
I think
we find a lot of our online fans want Eddie gone. A lot of our online fans, a lot of our younger fans want Eddie gone, and it's like, who would you replace him with? And they can't give you an answer, or it's just an interesting. One thing I did notice yesterday, and I don't know whether you guys went through it as well. We had some City fans in the home section getting shirts signed from Semenyo. That's weird for us. That's something that normally doesn't happen to James. Did that happen with you guys when you got took over? Have you ever had that sort of? Because we're still going through this. Like, I remember Martin saying you forgot your journey. We're sort of on ours, and it's a bit like, whoa, shit, this is a bit weird.
Everything you're going through is what I had, which is what I struggled with at the beginning.
Right.
I'm with it now. Listen, I'm one of the people are entitled to their opinion. I think people are less patient now.
Yeah.
I think people have got used to the winning of the trophies.
Yeah.
Which is fine. That's up to them. But on the other side, Scott, there are some fans, genuine City fans, who have only ever seen us win.
Yes. Yeah.
So when we don't win, it is hard for them because they've not seen it before.
Yeah. I get that. Totally.
They don't know how to handle it. They don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And this, Amar's point, it's not, I get Amar, he might not, he's not, Amar may have not seen us not win a trophy. So to Amar, not winning a trophy is a big thing for him. To me and Rich, nah, it's nothing. Me and Rich went 40 years without winning jack shit. 2 seasons out to us.
I get it. I totally get
it. This is my thing of, Arsenal have gone 22 years and not won a title. United are on 13. When is it 13 years, 14 years? They haven't won a title.
This will be the 13th season, yeah.
And we're complaining that potentially too. And I don't think we will finish trophyless. But even if we do, 2 years is nothing.
No.
If we're sacking managers every 2 years, because I never agree with Terra on the football terrace. 90% of the time, I don't agree with him. I think he's a little bit of a City hater, but it's his opinion. But the one thing I do agree with him, what's happened in 2026, a lot of fans are chasing that Real Madrid. Everyone is trying to become Real Madrid. So every fan grows up, whether it's in England, Spain, whether it's in Germany, everyone wants to be Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And that's what they're chasing. Because the first thing they say to you is Real Madrid wouldn't accept it. And what they can't get is not every team can be Real Madrid. No, we don't want to be like Real Madrid.
No.
The reason Real Madrid are Real Madrid.
Team I'd less want to be.
Well, Teddy made the point spot on. There's only 2 teams in La Liga. The rest are shite.
Exactly. Yeah.
Not only that, the 2 top teams in La Liga get all the money. It's not shared out equally.
Yeah. It's not like us, is it? No, it's
So
different.
people are chasing this Real Madrid thing, and it's wrong. I understand what they're saying. And Thunder Road, I get it. Some will sound like I'm a happy clappy young, and that's fine. The thing is, Thunder Road, I'm not going to change who I am. Rich is not going to change who he is. We don't get 40 years deep into this and then just change because we've won a few trophies.
Yeah.
I'm not here for the trophies. I'm here for the love of City.
Who wants to be Real Madrid? Real Madrid sign the most egotistical players on the planet who then don't play as a team. They win things, especially in the Champions League, because they buy enough top players that playing their individualistic game, they can still win. But you look at Vinicius, Bellingham and Mbappe, 3 players who unless, who are capable of making a team worse, even though they're among the best players in the world. Like for me, England didn't win the Euros because Bellingham ruined all the players around him by making it all about him. And Mbappe is a bit better, he fits a bit better into the French team. I think Vinicius makes it all about him. Like Neymar did. Brazil were worse with Neymar in the team than without him, even though he was one of the best players in the world. And that is...
Whoa, I disagree with that, Rich. But continue.
Yeah.
Oh, go on, challenge him, man. Go on.
You think Neymar?
No, listen. A team doesn't go that deep and close to getting to the World Cup and all that stuff without, I think we can't just, that's one of the guys I rated growing up was Neymar. So I don't think we should do that.
I rate him as a player. I just think he often made it so much about himself that he made players around him worse. And I saw that, I think Bellingham's play at the Euros is one of the main reasons Foden has gone like he is, because Foden spent most of the Euros getting into good positions, not getting the ball because Bellingham was going on some glory move. Saka was not what he could have been because Bellingham couldn't pass to him. Harry Kane was often in the position that Bellingham decided he's going to go and push into Kane's position, even though Kane can show the stats for England that he was the best in that position. I think that's Madrid. It's 11 individuals, and that's not what football's about.
Yeah, listen, I've got to admit, people are entitled to an opinion. They may not all agree. People think that I people, the thing is to me, Pep's going to go. The board's going to go. I'm not going to go. And that's just my opinion. People don't have to agree with it. We shouldn't slag each other off because they have a different opinion. What I don't like is, I'm going to admit, I don't like the Player FC stuff. I don't like the new toy thing. But it is what it is. I can't change it. And I don't think that's just City. That's every fan base now. A lot of Liverpool fans want to get rid of Salah and just bring in somebody new. Scotty said he's sitting at Newcastle. Get rid of Walter Marder now. Bring somebody else in. Everyone wants, no one's patient anymore. Everyone wants to get to the stopping line. But I'm sorry, getting rid of Erling Haaland would send one of the worst messages across world football. Erling Haaland is one of the top strikers in the world. Is he going through a lean spell? Yes, he is. Players go through lean spells. Sometimes they're longer than others. Savio has had 12 months where he's not been great, but Rodri had 12 months where he wasn't great. Sterling had 12 months he wasn't great. Mahrez wasn't very good in his first season. There were still amazing players later on.
There are a lot of people who slagged Mahrez off nearly his whole City career.
I saw Mahrez get racially abused in that stadium in his first season.
Yeah, no, I think there's, everyone raves about Mahrez now, and he was an amazing player, but he got slagged off for his performance.
Cole Palmer, Rich. Nobody wanted Cole Palmer to stay. Now everyone's like, we shouldn't have sold him. People were doing backflips when we sold him for nearly 50 million quid.
Yeah.
It's what have you done for me lately? It's what I call recency biased. It's recency biased. And I'm sorry, people ain't going to like this. There was a reason Nora, Cherke, Donnarumma, Foden, Gueye, Rodri, Bernardo, Semenyo and Diaz were all on the bench last night. You know why?
They're playing in
they're all going to play on Wednesday night in Spain. You're not going to like that. You're not going to like any of it. But that was the reason. And I'm trusting Pep. By the way, Pep's got a 2-game ban. I want to ask you this. Pep Guardiola, people say he doesn't care, but my God, he cared last night. Because I'll be honest with you, Scott, I understand why he was a bit angry. Because that challenge on Doku was a bit naughty.
I'm going to speak as a neutral.
No, speak as a Newcastle fan, not as a neutral.
Well, it was slightly naughty.
Yeah, it was.
But I tell you what, for people that say that he doesn't care about the FA Cup or anything, mate, he went absolutely. The court came off. Yeah. I thought this is class. Mind, what did piss me off a bit was his TNT Sport did a Pep watch for about 40 seconds.
Yeah, that was weird, that. But Pep was, I know Colo Touré got booked. Pep got booked. I think somebody else got booked. I'm sure the only one who didn't get booked was Pep Linders.
It was just like, what? Why are we doing a Pep watch for 40 seconds? Like, it was just really weird. But yeah, he was animated. Like, he was absolutely doing it. It was great. Do you know, it was great to see him like that for a few seconds, because you don't really. I've never seen it personally. I don't know where you guys have. But...
No, I mean, I will say this: he's been handed a 2-game touchline ban. He's received his 6th domestic yellow card, so he's going to miss the upcoming games against West Ham and the FA Cup quarter-final. He's fine for Madrid because it's the Champions League, and he's fine for the Cup final.
He said he's going on holiday. Is that true?
I don't know. The last time this happened, he was in. Now, people correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. I'm sure he was in Noel Gallagher's box.
He was in the director's box. I'm not sure if it's Noel's, but he was.
Yeah, Brian, it's coming on Friday, mate. Friday this week, the Tom Pulpy show is on, mate. With Matt, I'm trying to get Big Steve on as well, so keep an eye out for that. We might have Big Steve on for that one this week. But I just want to read you some stats from Sabinho yesterday. 79 minutes played, 66 touches, 4 shots, 1 goal, 33 accurate passes, 83% pass completion, 2 chances created, 3 successful take-ons, 6 duels won, which was the biggest stat I took away from that and went, oh my God. Because Sabinho's not normally known for his tackling or his duel winning sort of situation. So yeah, he won 6 of them, 1 tackle, and he was fouled twice. And then Pep Guardiola and Sabinho said at that age, in the 1-against-1, he is unstoppable. When we finish the final product, he will be a top class player. And I am totally with him. We're talking a 21-year-old. If you can just iron out these kinks and just get a little bit of that decisiveness out of him, I think we've got one hell of a player on our hands there in Sereno. For 25 million quid.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've said the same about Doku for years. Like,
Yeah.
I think people, a lot of fans were slagging off Doku last year for not, getting enough. But towards the end of the season, particularly coming off the bench, he was changing games. He was one of the reasons we got up to third and got back into the top Champions League places last year. To me, Doku from a standing start is unmatched in world football, and the fact he's 2-footed and can go either side of a player, he's an absolute monster. And yes, he needs to improve his crossing, but if he was as good at crossing as people want him to be, he'd be the Ballon d'Or winner. Because if you can play and beat a man like he can, and then you've got the passing of Kevin De Bruyne, you are, you're up there with the best players in the world. And I think sometimes it's going to take a lot of time and hard work to get that in. But I think we've seen Doku a few games this season really starting to actually put finishes in and get crosses in, and unfortunately injury has held him back a bit. And I think we'll see the same with Sereno. He showed in Spain he could finish and he could get the assists, and he hasn't done it for us because it's a lot harder to come from Spain to come to the Premier League and do it. And I think, and I think we're seeing in the Champions League just how good Spurs and Newcastle and Chelsea have looked in the Champions League compared to the Premier League. And I think that's because the Premier League, they're often playing harder games than they are in the Champions League.
Well, Rich, we also have to remember, right, when it comes to Doku and Sereno, they were we can actually say they probably were our first real project players that we saw in our level, right? So I think people weren't used to that, seeing a young player given that much time so fast, and we're asking them to be staples for our future, right? And it takes time to develop these players. If they were to finish article, first of all, we wouldn't have bought them as cheap as we did. And Yamals don't grow on trees.
No, I agree. I mean, the one thing I was going to ask, I thought Reinders had a great game. Where Reinders, I think, went down was his finishing. I thought he was very, with his passing and his running ability, I thought he was very Gundo-esque yesterday in the game. Thought he was very, very Gundo-esque. His finishing wasn't Gundo-esque because he could have scored 3 or 4 goals. But I always say, and maybe that's just me, I'm a big component of this. I think I worry more. I don't know if Scotty, you're like this and Ed, but for me, I get more worried about players who are not in the position rather than missing the chances. Because I think missing chances is something that can be solved on a training ground and practice. I worry when a player's not in them positions, because that's reading of the game. That's reading of the game, that. Because for me, the one thing I will say, you can tell Reinders has got the brain of a footballer. He's in the right positions all the time. His finishing was poor, I admit that. But I thought Reinders did very well yesterday in the way in his mobility.
We all know when it comes to Reinders, and I want to ask Scotty a question because we are talking heavily Man City right now. But for me, we all know Reinders' ability to run the ball is unquestionable. Right? We already know what he can. His running, his passing, positioning are good. Only thing we're asking Reinders to improve on is the tackle. That's the main thing that has a lot of people's question mark around him at City, is the tackling ability, to dual winning ability. Just because of how the league has gotten, right? Now, if Reinders would have came in 3-4 years ago, I'm sure he would have slotted right in. But Scotty, let me ask you this: from that game,
Sherwin, thank you. Be respectful, thank you.
From that game, you're taking anything away from Newcastle fans for future games, or is it like that was that game was a throwaway game, and you just focus on Madrid? What are your thoughts?
I don't think we want to throw it. No. We're not going to throw any game. I think Eddie's not like that. He wants to win every game that he's in. And I sort of disagree with him on that, because I do feel as though we need to prioritize certain things a bit better, because we haven't got the team to go at all the cups like we do. And I think we run into problems with that, with injury. But Eddie goes full tilt with every game he goes into.
Okay. Are you worried? Well, just while you're on the Newcastle bet, because yesterday, by the way, you've got to give a big up to the away fans yesterday. I know there's jibes about empty seats and the empty ad, etc. For me, we have the best away fans in the country. And I think they just proved it again last night. They were phenomenal.
I feel as though your away fans are better than your home fans. That's my personal feeling. But
the home fan, there's issues behind that at the minute. So that's where you can't. But I agree with you. The away fans are totally, I go to a lot of away games. Nick Jackson knows that. I just can't at the minute because I've just come out of a procedure. Got things going on at the minute. But I am back at Wembley. I am at the Etihad South. Come on. Nick, you buy me a pint in the Green Man. Linny's going to push me up the hill. And Nick Jackson's going to buy me a pint in the Green Man. I've got to get up the hill first. But the away fans yesterday, I mean, there was even that cheeky chant, wasn't there? Where's your famous atmosphere? Is there a fire drill? They're every fucking wearing empty seats. It was all going on yesterday with the band.
It was all going on yesterday. Do you know what it is? I've never heard you pull them one out, to be fair. I thought you had just learned them from a storybook or something.
No, mate, we do them. Have you not heard the other one? Is this the Etihad? We do that all the time. When we were at Sunderland away, and Sunderland weren't singing, and we started singing, "Is this the Etihad?" Because one thing we do, we know how to take the piss out of ourselves.
Yeah.
It's just humour.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? I mean, I've said this a few times. We seem to have our Champions League nights where our atmosphere is up there, and then some Premier League games, it's very quiet. I went to the Man United game the other night, and it was a bit level. It was up and it was down. I don't know. It can't be bouncing all the time. The lads have got to put, for the first 25 minutes, they got a reaction from the fans. Once we started going downhill, we knew what was coming, and that's when it went Etihad. Well,
it's even a Semenyo chant, because obviously we were singing Semenyo, like we did got Spandau Ballet one.
Yeah.
City fans have changed it because obviously that's a Bournemouth chant. So now they've come up with their own chant with Semenyo, which just sounds great, which is just typical City humour. I mean, for me, I'm going to be honest with you. I feel all away fans are better than home fans.
Yeah.
I just find it anyway.
Yeah, but it's more the hardcore fans that are away anyway. They go to all the away games, right?
Yeah, spot on. Where's your season at now, Scotty? Because I'll be honest with you, I've said it. I know we mentioned it earlier. Eddie Howe's come out and said most important game on Tuesday for you, Barcelona. You get beat there. I know Baz don't like this. I know you don't. I know you big Eddie lovers. I get it. I'm struggling with him, mate. I'm struggling.
I think, Pete, do you know what it is? We've had nobody at the top for a long time now. CEOs, Doffs, all that type of thing. Eddie's done everything in that club for so long. We need to figure out what he's going to be like now all the pieces of the puzzle are there.
Yes.
That's the thing. That's why I'm not screaming for Eddie out, because the pieces of the puzzle have not been there. If they'd have been there and this was the season, I'd be a little bit like, come on, Eddie, mate, like, this isn't great. It's been a rough season, mate. It's been rough, but we've just got to hold on. There's 10 games left in the Premier League. Our seasons, I mean, I don't see us beating Barcelona. If I'm put my sensible head on, I'd love to beat them. But 8th, 7th or 8th, and then go hard next season. We needed a decent window as well.
But that was my next question. Was not getting Europe for you going to affect your targets? Rich's dogs agree.
No, that's not.
No, that's my dog. That's my dog.
Yeah.
I do think it affects the targets. It's going
Newcastle
to
fan
affect
on
anybody's targets, isn't it? I mean, but we may have to sell a player as well. We don't know. I think maybe
I think that's going to be the hardest part for you guys, though, Scotty, is the selling part, right? How many players do leave? Because you guys really do have a good first 11. It's about adding to that, but can you guys add to it without European football?
I'd like to think so. I'd like to think so. There's a few questions over a few of the players. Have they had their heads turned? Family reasons, are they going to leave? We don't know. A lot's up in the air. What's peeing me off at the minute is, Bruno gets shouted out by Man United fans 24 hours before the game. It seems anybody we play at the minute, the day before, one of our top players is linked with them. And it's same with you guys. We come to you guys come to us, Livramento, going on, and it's just doing my tits in it.
Yeah, but I'll be honest, Scott, I think Livramento is. Yeah, but saying that, you're kind of doing it with Trafford.
Are we? I mean, we are.
You have inquired about it. So that's the only thing I will say, and this is not a dig at you. Newcastle see it one way, and I think again this is all football fans, not just Newcastle.
Yeah.
We can go after their players, but no, they're not coming after ours. But we'll go after theirs.
The thing is, I think it's a compliment for people to come after your players in a way.
Yeah.
Because they're good enough, and especially if the likes of City comes after a player, because then you think, well, he is good. They obviously like him, so he is good enough. It's the fact: can we get pen to paper on Livramento to stay when you start chucking wage demands around? Because that's where we're going to struggle. If you chuck a wage demand around and go, there's double, we're fucked. End of. Do you know what I mean? We can't give the wages that we would like to give at the minute.
That's true.
And also,
That's true.
It then depends on what you do with the money. So for me, if you sold Livramento and got a record fee for a football back, and you went out and you signed players, signed 2 players at the Bruno G, Tonali, Gordon level, you're stronger side after the deal. But if you go and sign Anthony Elenga, with respect, you've weakened your side. So it's always hard, when you sell an expensive player. It all depends what you do with the money, because it can make a team doing it, but if you sign the wrong players,
this is where I think the Rats money is going to come in, because that's obviously going to be that's money to spend. We don't know. I see a lot of your comments of Livramento's injury. Yeah, he's very injury prone. Yeah, 100%. Stay away from him.
Anyway, I think the best thing is that the whole shenanigan with the Rat absolutely destroyed Liverpool's season, because their problem was centre back and centre midfield, and it's their fault, not Newcastle fans, but they got absolutely fixated on it. And honestly, I think that's the reason they're going to struggle to get top 5, because they failed to sign Gay, who they could have had for 30 million, and they'd be 10 points better off if they'd have had a centre back of his quality this season. And it's absolutely screwed. But unfortunately, it damaged yours as well, though, because you didn't get the money till very late.
Kyle's got a question. Bruno or Tonali for you? If you had to keep only one, which means City by the other one. I like what you did there, Kyle. Good, I like that.
Bastards.
Which one would hurt you less in a blue shirt, potentially?
Tonali.
Oh.
Tonali. Bruno. The thing is, I mean, like Bruno bleeds black and white. He absolutely loves it. Yeah, Tonali for me. I like Tonali, very good player. But I've got a funny feeling he goes abroad. From what I've heard, the wife's not happy away, so they may, because they've just had a
There's
baby.
a lot of that going now, Scotty. There's a lot of players. I think that's a 2026 thing. A lot of players now are following their wives.
100%. Yeah. Definitely. He's in a foreign country.
Yeah,
he probably doesn't see family as much.
We had it with Bernardo Silva. That's a big thing with Rodri at the minute, that he
Yeah.
may want to go home. Now, that's obviously what I've heard and what Fabrizio Romano has said. So we'll see. Listen, I still want Rodri to stay because I think he's the best player possible. Yeah, I think it's probably a very important summer for Newcastle. I do wish you all the best this season. I'll be honest with you, and I know Baz disagrees and you do and Dan does, I know. I don't think Eddie Howe will take you where you want to go.
I think the other thing is, what you've got to remember is there is rumours of Staveley wanting Tottenham. If Staveley gets Tottenham, she's probably
in the Championship.
Well, I mean, I don't know that, mate. It's all I've heard. But
sorry, that was a dig at Tottenham.
Yeah, to be fair, probably save £1 billion if they went down. It probably
Hey, at least we know why Savio didn't go to Tottenham now. He didn't want to be in a bloody relegation battle.
I'm not sure Savio's cut out for that.
If she gets Tottenham though, she's probably going to come for Eddie. And you've got to remember our hierarchy now. Eddie is not their man.
No,
Eddie's her man, and things haven't gone well this season, so England might come calling. We just don't know.
No, I think we'll should just sign that contract, Anna.
You know, I'd like to keep Eddie one more season, 2 more seasons. If things go well,
you just got up for season.
It depends on how it goes, though, isn't it? Let's face it, it depends on how it goes.
Yeah.
There is a few fans out there wanting him out now, and that's not the right decision. Because who could we replace him with realistically? People's called out Glasner. I think that's a sideward step. I don't think that's a step up. It's a sideward step.
I don't know. I suppose it's whoever your owners would want.
This is it. But the thing is, we don't know.
No, that's true. Right, Rich, I'm going to give you 2 minutes. I'm going to shut up. You can John Stones wax lyrical on that performance from yesterday.
No, I think it's you know me. I think Stones is the best defender he's ever played for us. I think he's an absolutely magic player. He's obviously made of glass, and I'm slowly coming to accept I'm going to have to see him go this summer because he just can't stay fit. But he is a truly astonishing footballer. And I thought coming back, hardly played this season, injured, comes back, and I think he looked great again yesterday. He looked a bit tired towards the end. I wouldn't have said he's finished, but I've kind of come to accept that I'm going to have to watch him lift the Champions League at Bayern Munich next season because I don't think we know how to get the best out of him. I think Vinny Company will know how to get the best out of him because he's a player who's actually lived, carrying injuries and knowing you can only play 25 games a season. And I think towards the end of Vinny's career, City managed him absolutely perfectly. So, it was wonderful. And not just Johnny Stones. It was 2 wingers and Johnny Stones. It's like my football bingo. I love Doku. Love watching Sabinho play. And Johnny Stones, that's like City bingo. I'm a happy bunny. If only we could get David Silva back from retirement, to ping the ball out for the wingers, and I'd be in football heaven. But yeah, and I hopefully we will get to see Johnny Stones a few more times this season before we build. See, Scotty, we're going to build the Angel of Manchester in the hills up in Rossendale, looking out over Manchester. It's going to be 100-metre high Johnny Stones in a cagoule, zipped up to his nose, looking out over Manchester, and that's the future. None of these poxy statues anymore. We want a tower.
Okay, now. Oh.
Are you done, Rich?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Listen, for me, I think if Johnny Stones had been fit, I'm going to say something. This is my opinion. Martin's opinion before anyone calls me out. A fit Johnny Stones is not a better centre-back at the club. I just think injuries have cursed him.
Yeah. I don't think there's a better centre-back in the Premier League if fit Johnny Stones.
No, Rich, I'm not going that far. Fucking hell, Rich. Jesus.
I
love him, but my God, you're getting a room with him. This rate. Yeah. Whoa. That through ball last night. Lenny's liking it. I did ask you in the chat who you went in the next round. Port Vale at home is 1. Yeah, the mighty Port Vale. Anyone doesn't know the scores today, Southampton 1-0 away at Craven Cottage. That's a championship side through. Port Vale beat Sunderland. I bet Scotty's happy about that one.
Get in.
And Leeds United beat the mighty Norwich 3-0. So City will have a choice of Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, Southampton, Port Vale, Leeds United, and then obviously the winner of West Ham and Brentford tomorrow, which we'll know before the game. So we'll see. Would I have Livramento KO'd? Ooh. Depends on money. And it depends. I worry about Livramento's injury record.
Like in the cup, I want to go to Port Vale because I want to get that game in, out of our system when we got beaten out and Robbie Williams came out on the pitch and one of our worst ever performances. So I'd actually like to go to Port Vale and stick like 7 or 8.
You just want to get in Robbie Williams' box, don't you?
Yeah. I'd like to stick 7 or 8 past them at their home ground. Just to clear the trauma of past years as Wickham are out.
Laporte was very, very good. Laporte was a naughty boy. He was a naughty boy, was Emerick Laporte, a very naughty defender. I do miss Laporte. It was a shame it ended the way it did. But yeah. No, I mean, I'm over the moon. We got through. My man of the match was Savinho. Anyone got anything different?
I think so. I'd give it to Savinho, 100%.
Ed? Donnarumma? I know he didn't play.
Nah, man. I had for man of the match for me. Yeah, I would say Savinho. Yeah.
Okay. All right, you can tell he's had some sort of a good game because Venom's now calling him Savinho. He was calling him 26 for a bit.
I see some people in the chat saying Marmoush, Nico G.
I thought Nico G was good after the 30-minute mark. I thought for 30 minutes he struggled. I think he's very good at passing. I do worry about his physicality a little bit. The clearance off the line, as Connor said, was amazing. I'm not saying. I think Nico G. It's sad because he's understudy to bloody Rodri, isn't he? But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm over the moon. We're going to have a little chat about Madrid now. So you're more than welcome, Steve. If you want to talk Champions League, Scott, but if you have to go, thank you for your time.
Been pleasure. See you all later.
Take care, mate. I'll see you on Blue on the Brothers. Big up, mate.
See you later, mate.
Yeah.
You worry about his play.
I have to go as well, Martin. So
okay, big up, Rich. Well, I'm going to stay on for a bit. If people want to join, let me know.
Big up, Rich.
Rich will be back for Blues Down Under for the Real Madrid preview.
Exactly.
Leave that box alone. Right. Should we talk Real Madrid, Red?
Real Madrid, big game, man. Big game.
Are you just staying off camera now? Did you dog that?
Yeah, I need to. Yeah, I need to.
I am going to change the thumbnail because it's triggered everyone. So I am going to change the thumbnail. Right. I'm going to change it back on Road to Wembley. Just so people don't get triggered. Because my God, it's really triggered some people, that one. It did upset a few.
They say you're going to jinx it, man.
Yeah, I'm going to jinx it now. Right. Real Madrid on Wednesday. With the subs that we read out, obviously everyone, do you expect them all to be back then? Is there anyone from yesterday that states a case going into Wednesday, mate?
Well, I think it's going to probably be for that. I think you already know Semenyo and Haaland. I mean, Haaland didn't even go. So I think you know Semenyo and Haaland are going to be the front line. Is who he's going to be putting in that front line with me is a question mark. And I know Rich brought it up. Would you want to see a Huzanov in for Nunez situation with Vinny Jr., or are you fine with Nunez being there? So I think those two are the only positions for me, unless you're saying Cherky. Cherky's going to be in that front line, and then we're going to see a Foden, Bernardo. I think the only question mark now, I just said that, is going to be if you want Huzanov in for Nunez. That's the only question mark for me. Actually, now I think about it.
Okay.
Because I think Cherky's going to put Cherky in the front three, and he's going to have a midfield of Foden, Bernardo, Rodri. So, yeah, I mean, Nori's going to be your starting left back. So it's going to be, yeah.
Obviously, Donnarumma's coming back.
Correct.
Yeah?
Correct.
I think we know that. I mean, is there anyone that you changing any of that, thinking I'm talking garbage, or?
No, I would say you're going to keep, Donnarumma's going to come in,
Okay. Back line. Diaz coming back.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Are you going to put Huzanov or Nunez at right back?
See, for me, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go Nunez at right back, Gueye and Diaz, and Kushinoff at right back. I don't think Rodri's done anything wrong to be dropped.
So wait, so that's what I'm saying. Are you going to play Nunez or are you playing Huzanov?
No, I'm playing Husanoff at right back.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think Ruben Diaz has done anything wrong to be dropped. I don't understand people wanting to
I agree
drop.
with you. That's what I would do. Yeah, that's what I would do personally.
It might have done, but I'm still playing Haaland formidable. I'm still playing Haaland. I'm not playing Sabinho. No. I'm seriously. This is my lineup on for Wednesday. Donnarumma, Kushinoff, Diaz, Gueye, Ryan Nora.
Yep.
Rodri, Bernardo Silva.
Now, are you going to do O'Reilly or Foden?
O'Reilly.
Okay.
Doku, Haaland, Semenyo. I'm dropping both. I'm not playing Cherky or Foden on Wednesday.
So you think Doku's going to play at 90, and then
the reason I'm doing it the way we played at the Bernabeu, because all we need is a draw. Yeah.
Yeah.
We only need a draw. We don't have to go there and win. It's not like we're in a must win. Yeah. So for me, I don't want to push it. I mean, listen, we can win. I'm not saying we can't. But for me, I want to play very similar to how we played against Real Madrid in the group stage.
Yeah, no, I understand that. For me, it's just that with Doku just coming back from an injury.
See, now what was interesting, the lineup at the Bernabeu then was Donnarumma, Nunez, Diaz, Gvardiol, O'Reilly. There was no Kushinov in that game, by the way. There was Bernardo Silva, Nico Gonzalez, Phil Foden, Ryan Cherka, Erling Haaland, Jeremy Doku. That was the 11 we played that won at the Bernabeu. No, Rico Lewis, no chance, mate. No. I'm playing Doku because he gives us an outlet. Yeah?
Yeah.
Mbappe's out. Rodrigo's out. So that's why I'm playing Diaz at centre-back. Diaz is a top-class defender.
Yeah, no, he is.
And people are saying Haaland's goals. That's fine, Teal. Then what we do, if we're not going to play Haaland against Real Madrid, why we got him?
Real Madrid, come on. Yeah, Real Madrid away. We're not going to play a guy that's got
yes, I mean, if you're not going to play Haaland at Real Madrid away, then I don't know why we've got him then. It's pointless then at that point.
Like I said before, he has 7 goals in 8 games in the Champions League.
It's like, and we're going to play Nico G over Rodri on Wednesday. No chance.
I mean, for me, I pretty much have the same lineup as you, but I'm going with, I think he's going to put Cherky in the front line. I just don't think with Doku.
He might play Foden and Cherky. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the only change I made. Because I think with Vinny, like Vinny is.
Mate, don't ever apologise about not being able to come on Formidable. You're always welcome, mate.
Yeah.
I don't think you keep him hungry, keeping him on the bench Formidable. I think you keep him pissed off. I don't think that is how that works with Haaland. If you bench Mbappe, that doesn't keep him hungry. That just pisses him off. Erling Haaland was bought for these occasions. This is where your world things come into play. Just my opinion. This is where they come in. If Erling Haaland cannot play, he's not going to play at the Bernabeu on Wednesday, then you might as well sell him. Because when does he play? Because you're never going to get... Because people go bench him till he's in form. Well, how does he get back in form unless you play him?
Yeah, I mean, come on. I mean, like Haaland's going to play. Well, I don't know why we were discussing that. You know, for me, he's 100% shooting in, right? We already know Haaland's playing.
Haaland doesn't get back. How do you know, Teal? Does Vinny Jr. get angry when he's benched, Teal? Come on, mate. Salah gets... Top players get angry when they're benched. They do. Mo Salah got benched, kicked off. Vinny Jr. got benched, kicked off. Rodrigo got benched, kicked off. Donnarumma was told by Enrique, you can leave. You're not going to be my number one. He left PSG after winning in the treble.
Yep.
Please, can we stop? Guys, I'm not disagreeing. I'm telling you facts now. I'm sorry, but big players don't sit on a bench and sit there with a smile going to prove you wrong. They don't do that. They get pissed off. How do you think we've got Donnarumma? This is the bit that I will kick back on, is because the reason we've got Donnarumma is because he was told he was going to sit on a bench. He said, I'll go. I'll go before I sit on your bench. you can't just bench these players and go, enjoy. They don't do that. They don't. And I know people want it to be fair. Unfortunately, football's not fair. Savinho over Doku. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, Rajak. But it's not rotation then, is it? See, because last night, everyone said, rotate. It's not rotate if you're not willing to then change that team back. Do you understand what I mean? Does that make sense, Ed?
No, I mean, for me, it's either Doku or Cherky. I'm not like, I think you might see Savio maybe against a West Ham. It's going to be a low block. You might see him in that game, but I think for Real Madrid away, I would either go with Doku or Cherky to go in that front line for me.
I mean, for me, on Wednesday night, I'm playing the, what's the word? Transition. I'm going to play transitional. I don't think we do the passing move stuff. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we're going to play the pass move stuff. For me, I would literally play as we did in December, funnily enough on my birthday, big up Martin's birthday, by basically playing as we did in that first game and do transitional on them. We always play high line. Feel that's another thing. The high line's always been there, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Madrid's injury list. Let's have a look. What is the injury list? Do you know? Oh, people were asking me about Real Tall Matt. I was just having a look. Can you get the Real Madrid list up there? You got it?
I can get it. Yeah, I can get it.
Can you just get it? So I'm just want to get, because Tommy's spoken on. Do you know when people said about Phil Foden wouldn't be wanted by anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Barcelona are definitely interested. Let's have a look. Where is it? Oh, where is it? Did it on March the 2nd? Where is it? Talking about it. Well, he also said Robin's turning into prime. Savinho turned into prime Robin. Don't know about that. Don't know about that one. Don't think we're quite there yet. Right, this is what he said about Foden. Barcelona want to sign Phil Foden this summer. He said, and I want Miss Sweeney, but he said, don't we all? She will cost more than 50 though. Bargain as long as that have to go. He said, too late. I want to become the richest person in the world. Isn't he getting a contract soon? Tommy did reply, contract talks started in November. Sometimes these things just take time. It would be Phil's last big deal. Don't know if that's all the encouragement Barca have taken, but the interest is very real. So, yeah, that was confirmed. That's what I got told. And I read from Simon Bajowski and others that the Foden stuff had actually already been started. And for me, I'm kind of agreed. But, you know, not been signed, but it had been verbally sort of done. But I don't know if that's changed. Things can change. I always say that. So, yeah, the interest in Foden from Barca is very real. There'll be no clubs in England. But, yeah, this thing with people that Foden gets would have nobody going for him is a load of garbage. Sam Foden, yeah, of course, Cade. Cade, you're just trying to fuck our homegrown situation up, aren't you, mate? He just doesn't care about our homegrown. Briggsy, if you want to come on, mate, more than welcome. What would be my reaction? I'd be devastated, mate. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I don't think you will.
That'd be a sad day, man. That'd be a sad day.
Cade, I know you'd have a party if Foden left. Because Cade doesn't care about the rules. Cade's not bothered about the homegrown stuff. Exactly. Foden can get in the bin. Foden's staying. Exactly. I guess we'll say it'll be a big summer, but for me, Wednesday night, what would you be happy with, Ed? What would you be happy? Because he's a good player, Sherwin.
I would say a draw or a win.
Which ones would you be disappointed if it was a draw?
Depends on just depends on the game.
Okay.
Depends on the game for me. Like
say it was a 1-0 loss, but we played well. Do you think, you know what? We can turn that around.
A 1-0 loss? No.
Right, so you think any kind of loss, we're out?
I'm not saying we're out, but I'm saying like, especially with the schedule, especially with how Real Madrid, can turn up. Like,
no, we beat Madrid on my birthday, is what I meant.
I'm just saying we have momentum right now. They have some big guys injured.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm looking here.
Listen, by the way, Lee, we said we'd start cushioning up, but at right back. I'm not dropping Diaz, mate. Yeah. I can't drop Diaz. Diaz is in good form. I'm not dropping Diaz.
So
great point, Blue Art.
So I would want to win or a draw, yeah, just because I think we're coming off we're what, 11 unbeaten?
Yes, we're 11 or 12 unbeaten.
So yeah, I kind of want to go in here and get a win or a draw.
I thought Luke was coming on.
Just so we can carry that momentum into the West Ham game, so we can just keep, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with Neil. I think we probably need a draw. Who would the rather have, Foden or Yamal? But Cade, you are becoming a real FIFA guy, aren't you? You're becoming a FIFA guy, you, Cade.
Because if Real Madrid win, they're going to set up the nastiest low block when they come to Etihad. So,
who's Madrid's manager now?
They still got the same guy.
Is he still the physio or whatever it was? Alvaro Arbeloa.
Yeah, still him.
Jesus. So let's have a look at Real Madrid's recent results. Let's have a look at Real Madrid's form, shall we? Let's have a little look at the form. Yeah. So their form recently, they beat Celta Vigo 2-1. That was today, no, Friday. Their lineup was Courtois, Asensio, Rudiger, TAA, Ferland Mendy. Jesus, is he still around? Tchouaméni, Valverde, Pitcher, Thiago Pitcher-Pina. Who the frig's he?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Who the hell's Thiago Pitcher-Pina? Like a cocktail where
we got some injuries, man. Camavinga was injured.
Cocktail in my bar on a Friday night, that one. Arda Güler, he started. Brahim Diaz started. Mm-hmm. Vinny Jr. On the bench, Aguedo, Carvajal, Sestro, Garcia, Lunin, Mestre, Angel, Palacios, Dominguez, Fatu Zhao. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I want to win. But balls to your draw, I want to win. I didn't know
they beat Celta Vigo in the 95th minute.
Oh, they got beat by Getafe as well.
Yeah, and they lost to Osasuna.
Mastan Suono got sent off. Whoopsie daisy. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Yeah, so, I would want to win or a draw, yeah.
You got beat up for Osasuna. Where are they in the state? They are. Jesus, they're way behind in the league, aren't they? 4 points. Well, not way behind, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realise that. Vinny Jr. will turn up. They always do. No, that's Rodrigo, mate. He's not there. We'll take you in Fremont one night with LB. Hey, is that the one with the ghost? Yeah, lost 2, yeah. They needed a last-minute dagger against Celta Vigo. Arbeloa used to play for them in Liverpool. That Arbeloa. Oh, the fullback. Right. Now I get you, Neil. Jesus. The one under Rafa. Yeah, I know they're different players, yeah. Cade's not. Cade just likes a bit of FIFA now.
Yeah.
Cade likes FIFA. Cade last season loved a little bit of Fabrizio. Now he doesn't believe Fabrizio because that isn't what he wants to believe. I love you though, Cade. No, that's Rat and Pigeon. Jesus. Whoa, the landlord murdered everyone. Whoa. Sounds like an Uber driver, Martin. I think he does. What are you doing?
I'm talking about Brucey. Yo, calm down.
All right. I wondered what you were meaning then. Yeah, so yeah, intriguing. The other news that's going around at the moment is I don't know if people know this, but apparently, well, Cade, you believe these reports? Apparently, Barcelona also are intrigued in Nathan Ake on the cheap.
Yeah, Ake. Yeah, that's another. I don't know why people don't think these players would have suitors. Like people are like, who would want Ake? What you mean who would want Ake?
I'm telling you, John Stones is going to get a good club. You know, Stones is going to get a club.
Yeah,
I promise you.
Like,
these
players aren't like the Vincent Kompany ages or Kevin De Bruyne ages. These players still have a good 2-3 years left in them.
Oh yeah.
I don't know about Stones, but Ake definitely does.
I think Stones is a funny one. I think Stones will end up with a decent club, you know.
I think Stones is probably going to go to Bayern.
I know Everton. I wouldn't rule out Everton.
Oh, Everton?
Yeah, I wouldn't rule Everton out as well.
Isn't that his? Didn't he play for them before?
Yeah, that's where we bought him from.
Yeah, so I mean that could be another him and Grealish over there.
Yeah, we bought him from Everton. Grealish is another one. Akanja. Jesus, it's it's been a very, very intriguing weekend, and it's coming up to a very intriguing week as well.
Yeah.
It's basically, I mean, considering right now we're still in all 4 comps as well, Ed.
Yeah. We're in a pretty good position right now. I know we're going to see the draw tomorrow to see who we play in FA Cup next round. Hopefully we can get Southampton or Port Vale so we can rotate. But other than that, you got to be happy to where we are. I know in the league we're a game in hand, 7 points back, but anything can happen still right now. So got to finish strong. But Martin, let me ask you this, right? How Pep was talking about Savio, didn't it sound like Pep, like we want the final project. We want to build a final project with Savinho. Doesn't that sound like he's going to stay?
I've always said I don't think Savinho's going anywhere.
No, I'm talking about Pep.
Oh, Pep staying till definitely 2027.
So
I
I'm
don't
saying,
think Pep's going anywhere in the summer.
No, I think 2027. Do you see him extending, or do you see him leaving?
See, boss man, you don't realise we've already beaten Madrid in the Bernabeu in December, mate. No, not the only one with that flex. Do I think Pep will stay? The way he's talking at the minute, yeah? The way he's talking at the minute, I can see him extending. Because the more I think about it, why would you spend $500 million? Then potentially, if we do end up, and by the way, I have clarified, the Anderson deal is not done.
No.
Agreeing personal terms or getting a verbal agreement on something is not a done. I've learned that from my own problems. I made that mistake with Bruno G when verbally all done, so it's done. No, it's not done at all. Do I think it'll get done? In my opinion, yes. Do I think we'll sign? I think the other signings will be dependent on if Bernardo and Rodri both go. Bernardo, see, I've been told, and I believe the person. the person who tells me information, I do believe them.
Mhm.
Maybe I'm naive, maybe not. I do believe them.
Okay.
And they've told me Bernardo has been offered a contract. That does not mean he's going to sign it. I've also been told by other people that his wife has bought a apartment in Portugal or Spain, ready for the move. So I'm hearing both sides. But if Bernardo leaves, Rodri leaves, then you're going to need a couple of midfielders. Because the likelihood is comments. This is why I do think Foden will extend. Because I don't see us allowing Ake, Stones, Foden, Rodri, Bernardo to all leave in one summer. That's stupid.
Yeah.
That's all. I worked it out yesterday. That's 150 years of experience out the door. No club is going to allow that to happen.
No, so that's why I said the other night, I said Rodgers is going to stay. I got Foden staying.
Big up, Blue App. Take care, me old mucker. Sleep well.
I mean, the only way you get a Tonali is if Rodri leaves. That's the only way you bring it.
Yeah. I think Anderson will come whether Rodri stays or goes.
Yeah.
But I do think I don't see a world, and I don't think it's healthy either, to allow Ake, Stones, Foden, Rodri, Bernardo and Gundogan to all go in one go. I don't believe that is a good thing. I think that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's like Arsenal getting rid of a lot of their players. And then people go, well, great, we'll bring in 5 players. The problem is you've got to get those 5 players bedded in, and they're all going to hit at the same time.
Yeah.
Anderson might take 12 months to settle in. We don't know.
What do you think about his Livramento news, man? I know we've been talking about a right back pretty much all season.
I like him. I have 2 concerns on Livramento. This is just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I know people will agree. I think that'd be crazy, Simon, to allow that to happen. It'd be sacrilegious to allow that to happen for me. I think it knocks us back 4 years. Livramento I like. I'm concerned about his injuries, and I'm concerned about his price. I don't think he's worth the money Newcastle want.
Mm-hmm. But first of all, how much you think Newcastle asked for him? 70, 75?
They want over 70. They want a world record fullback.
So what is that number? Do we know what that number is?
Hakimi was the world record at just over 65.
Okay, so they'll probably want 70 or a little bit.
They're going to want 70.
7. Okay, so 70, right?
No, I don't even. No, forget that. That's silly. That's silly because Semenyo.
This is what I'm saying. You got Livramento sitting there at 70. Yes, he does have an injury record, but when he's fit, he's better than Coyote. So Coyote's probably going to cost you what, 50, 55?
I don't know what's going to happen, but to me, like I said, I've always said it. I think Foden stays, signs a contract.
Yeah, Foden's going to stay.
People can run their agendas all they want. That's their opinion. It's fine. But the club and Pep love Phil Foden, and he's going nowhere. People can say shit all they want. Why the Barcelona want him?
No, I mean,
do you know what I mean? It's crazy, but it is what it is. I get it.
I think it's just I think it's just taking time because, it's probably is going to be a lifetime deal, and
it will be his last big deal, Foden. Yeah. Rodri, I think will be on Rodri. I think they'll leave that decision to Rodri. That's what we're saying, Simon. We don't think we get a new manager. We actually think Pep will stay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why would the club buy all the players Pep wants, then Pep goes?
And we're talking again, probably spending over 100 million in the summer.
Because I'm telling you now, another tidbit I heard is Maresca's going further away from it.
Yeah, no.
You're not going to get Enrique. Company's tied into buying for a long time. No, Jeremy, that's your opinion.
People with
Jeremy, you're entitled to your opinion. I'm entitled to mine. Don't tell me to accept anything, mate.
People tell me if you're like if you watch how we do business, any name that's leaked out there first isn't usually the player or the person we get. Like even with Hugo Viana, we didn't even know that until he was one of the last names mentioned.
In my opinion, I think it's now likely Pep will extend. Whether he does, I don't know. I just think with the way he's talking about players, because Pep loves Savinho.
Yeah. You saw. I mean, I was talking about this on WhatsApp with
Simon. That makes no sense because they're not going to sell Foden for free, mate. They're not going to let Foden go out on his own. Come on.
But
Simon, it's your opinion. You're telling me about opinions and then you're telling me what to say now. Come on. Chill out.
What I'm saying with that is just, for me, I think Pep does stay just because the way he's been talking.
Yeah.
I
still don't think there's a better manager out there.
No.
I still don't think there's a better manager than Pep out there.
Oh, I was going to ask you, what do you think? Another player he loves, Turkey. What did you?
What his comments on Turkey? I agree with him. That's what he's trying to get Turkey to do. He wants Turkey to be more.
And before we start this conversation, guys, I'm not about to be looking at the comments and stuff because
we've just talked about that. We're going to have a
football conversation here. Okay,
Simon, I'm not going to go into it with you, but I've just had Tommy's tweets up and he talked about Foden more likely staying, mate. It's from the 2nd of March. I've just had it on the screen.
Yeah.
It says Barcelona want to sign Phil Foden this summer. He said, don't we all? Costs more than 50 mil. And he said, contracts talk started in November. Yeah, and I'll even share it with you now, Simon, just so I prove it to you. Because even though you're saying you like to listen to Tolma. So there it is. Contract talk started in November. Sometimes these things just take time. It will be Phil's last big deal. Don't know if that's all the encouragement Barca have taken, but the interest is very real. So Tommy hasn't said he's leaving at all, mate. Come on.
I just know, how we talk about tactics and stuff. I know that's where you feel Foden is best at. So how do you think we can both get them in and around the box?
Pardon? How do I feel? Well, this is what Jeremy's saying. Martin, does Cherky feel more robotic recently? I'd say he's been peppified. That's what he wants. He wants him to be more controlled with the ball. He wants him to be more near the box, but making the right decisions.
Yeah.
He wants the best out of Cherky. He wants the best for him. Wants the best out of Foden. Pep said the other day he thought Foden played very well.
Mm.
So I just think we've got to be a bit careful on what we're doing. Like I said, this is just my opinion, and everyone is entitled to theirs. One thing I've learned over the last year is people are entitled to their opinion. I'm entitled to mine. We can agree to disagree, and there's nothing wrong with that. But for me, I think Foden stays. Rodri, I'm desperate for him to stay, Ed. Desperate.
Yeah,
I'm just not sure he will. Especially with Fabrizio, because the Fabrizio comments were the exact comments I got told. That it wasn't about money, it was about family, and it was about personal reasons. Oh, they've got money now, DC. They're getting Spotify, and they're getting the
Capital Investment Group.
The capital, yeah, they're getting investments galore, DC. Have you not seen it? Last week it got announced. They've got all their wages got up They can spend more on wages now. They can spend money. They can go with what they want. Barcelona are virtually out of the shit because the new stadium's opening, capital investment, Spotify, it's all coming in. I think I agree with that. I think he does need a holiday. I think with Foden, we might just have to accept, Simon, that Foden might have a different role in the club. I still think he gets in the 11. I just don't think it maybe has a 10 anymore. Maybe it's an 8.
Yeah.
A more advanced 8, maybe, but he's also defending. Because maybe that's why he's talked about Cherky being more attacking to allow Foden to be more defensive. Maybe that's what he wants. I mean, only Pep can mention that. We're not going to get Elisa. Elisa's not happening because City won't pay the money for Elisa. They won't pay the money for Elisa. Oh, we've had a super chat, Ed. Mr. Perfecto, thank you for the £2. I think I'd rather Reece James. Oh, we'll talk about injury.
No, come on.
About this guy.
I think you would want a younger player with an injury record than an older player with an injury record. Just from
all right. Well, like people are saying Anderson will play the 8. Where does that leave Reinders and Nico G then? So one of them goes.
Martin,
if Rodri stays,
yeah.
Then it will be Nico who goes. Nico G will go. Has to be.
No, because you're losing Bernardo, right? You are losing Bernardo.
Now, but you're gaining Anderson.
Yeah, and players are still playing right now. That doesn't change.
I don't think Nico wants to be the backup 6.
Well, then he'll go.
But what's Reinders then?
I mean, What's
Foden then? See what I mean, guys? You can't. They're not all just going to sit on a bench happy as Larry.
We'll see, mate. That's all.
Oh, stop that, Spicy! Stop that! Stop that! Don't start the real world and the real workers. Come on, bloody hell! You need to forget about the Reece James isn't going to happen. Big up, Bong. I'd be shell shocked with Reece James. I think he's so injury prone. It's unreal. Jesus, I won't pay for 30 million for him. That's just my opinion. Rotation, Martin. I don't think they will accept it. I don't think they will accept it. I don't think they will accept it. I think the days of people. No, LB didn't say that. LB said he wants that to happen. Come on, Simon, you need to quote correctly. Come on. Martin, state who you think should be rotation. Different keys for different locks. But Elliot Anderson's not going to come and sit on our bench when he can go to most clubs in Europe and play. I don't believe in all this rotation stuff. I don't think it works. I think it works for so long. I know Omar Mamouche was unhappy not playing. And you can't say Kovacic because Kovacic doesn't play any minutes. Nick Anderson's not coming in to replace a Kovacic because Kovacic plays 0 minutes. Why should I? Because it's a different world, mate. The celebrities, mate, that's just, and you may not agree with it, but that's just the way it is. Martin, any update on Roderick? Nope. No update from what I've heard, but I want him to stay. Real talk, what will give Foden holiday do? I don't think Foden's off. I think Foden's just role in the team's changed. I don't think he's that advanced 10 anymore. I think that's what people are wanting him to be, and I don't think he will be. Favorite Real Madrid versus City match? Oh. You know what? I'm going to give you a real bit of a weird one. The draw away. Oh, the one at the Bernabeu, the draw away. in the semi-final on the way to the treble. For me, because it had so much riding on it, Briggsy. If it's the home one, then it's obviously the 4-0 stuffing. We give them in the treble year in the second leg. Kovacic, Stones, Ake have been stealing for the last 2 years. Disagree with that, but it's your opinion. Reinders moved to 10. Nico G can play 8 and 6, Martin. So what are you doing with Rodri? What are you doing with Foden? What are you doing with Anderson? No, you're not all going to rotate. Rodri's not going to play 1 in 4, guys. You think they're going to give Rodri 400k a week to play 1 in 4? Come on. You got to remember, Nico G's first minutes yesterday was the first time in 4 or 5 games. You think he's happy with that? I think he meant the away thumb, but that's the home one, yeah. Did Elliot agree the money with you and Tone? I don't know. Not that I believe. You reckon Mamouche leaves? I don't want Mamouche to leave. I don't want Mamouche to leave at all. But I don't think he gets in ahead of Haaland in the big games. I think that's the problem with him. He is a backup, Ash. That's the problem. It's harsh. It's the reality. And they're not going to sell Haaland. 4-0 in the KDB strike. Well, yeah, no, I hear that. The KDB strike was the one away, wasn't it? Entertainment Valve, the 3-3. Yeah. I did also, the worst one was the Pellegrini away one, where he got his maths wrong. 4-0 with Chef's Kiss, gorgeous, pristine, immaculate. Mr. Perfecto, thank you for the £5. What's your opinion on Portsmouth Jidda remove Rodri from their shortlist? I think Pep might extend, seems hungry of late. I'm not sure, because that's only come from one person, that Rodri stuff. And it depends, because like I said 2 days ago, Fabrizio said it was. Fabrizio said they were willing to pay it, and now another reporter said it's not. This is the problem. I think people are guessing. But thank you for your $5, mate. Australian. Appreciate that. You legend. De Bruyne equalised with that. Yeah. I'd really consider 4 players this summer and big players. Ake, Diaz, Foden, Kovacic. Diaz? I think you're crazy there, mate. I think you are crazy. Diaz has been phenomenal. And he's never had pace. But short opinion. But I think you are way off the mark, in my honest opinion. And of course, De Bruyne going through family. Yeah, that's a great point. Lost his granddad or his uncle. Martin, would you probably keep Max Lane to do what? He's now back in the EDS. To do what? Mamouche, he's my favourite player. Haaland can sit on the bench till he plays well. We are winning games. Then you'll lose Haaland.
Yeah, but you're going 11 unbeaten with Haaland playing.
I've been told that Maresca things, they're not happy with that. I've been told Maresca's gone way down because of him. He's leaked it to the Italian press about the talks with City, and City aren't happy about it. So I'm not sure. I'm telling you, I'm going off what Pep, the way Pep's speaking at the minute. Yeah. I think Pep could stay, and I'll be straight with you. I still don't think there's anyone better than Pep Guardiola out there.
Of course not. Of course
there's
not.
No one better than Pep out there for me.
I mean,
no one better. You bring in Enrique, you lose Donnarumma.
Yeah. Like I said, for me, it would be Fabregas. That's the guy I would want.
Fabregas is still a punt.
Yeah.
I don't want to take a punt, mate. I don't want to take a punt. No. I don't want to take a punt. I don't think we'll buy any wingers. Where's this? We're buying a winger in the summer come from? Genuine question. Where does that come from?
Nowhere. That's come from nowhere.
I heard LB, but I think that's more out of
what he would want. Yeah, that's what he would want.
Got a sick idea. If you, let me know. Big Zeb will have a look into it, man.
Because nobody talked about any of our wingers leaving.
Yeah, we don't need. We just bought a winger.
Yeah,
just bought Semenyo.
Maybe
Fabio's not going anywhere.
I think they're saying if Marmoush leaves, then would you want a winger that can play?
No, they're not, Simon. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Wait, what?
Victor Hayes.
Yo, can we ban him for 5 minutes? That's
Simon, you're trolling now. Come on, you're trolling. Or you hate Diaz. Mate, I'd rather you just be honest and say you don't like Diaz. Because that is crazy shit. Diaz has been amazing this season. Come on. People forget Diaz had no pace when he won the Player of the Year. At the end of the day, we're playing football, not 100-meter sprints. The only rumours on wingers when Spurs, that ain't happening. Savinho's going to go nowhere. Unless he wants Pep, loves him. Madrid score prediction. I'm going to go for a 1-1.
1-1? Okay.
I'm going to go for a 1-1.
I'm going to go for a 2-1 to City.
Ed, can you imagine GG forming a back three to allow players to go up the pitch? This is what Fabregas does.
So you don't think a manager would adjust his tactics to be at one of the best clubs in the world? What are we doing here?
Yeah. No smoke without fire. Enzo is happening. Well, Pep's been leaving for 3 years, don't forget. And everyone got that wrong. If Mamouche leaves winger, no, because then you need a striker, not a winger. Mamouche isn't a winger. Sorry, I even forgot. De Bruyne didn't sleep much heading into second leg. No, it's a good point. Pep said, good to have wingers back because we'd lost them to injury. Yeah. Nicky Weaver. Mamouche, Echeverri, Cherky, Bernardo, all better than Foden. Echeverri has 1 assist in 18 games. Let's not do that. 1 assist in 18 games.
Yo, I'm about to ban you for 5 minutes, man, because of some of these takes, man. You just need you need a minute to think about some things you're typing right now.
I think he listens to LB a lot. I think he listens to LB a lot.
LB didn't even say Echeverri's better than Foden, though. You know, like LB hasn't said that.
Echeverri's not done well at bloody Girona. I don't know where people have got this loving from. People are just loving Echeverri for no reason. He's not even starting games. If he can't start for Girona, he's not starting for fucking Sarah. And he's got 1 assist. Come on. Let's not do this. 1 assist. 18 games, 1 assist in 480 minutes. Come on. Let's not do that. Let's not do that.
Do you think we sell Juma Ball this
yes, I think Juma Ball. Well, I think sold. Yeah, probably. I wouldn't be sure. That's gone very quiet that as well.
Sell it for buyback or
maybe. Or with a buyback or a matching fee.
Or matching fee, or maybe a sell on?
Potentially.
So yeah, man, I think we'll
But Martin, they're missing most. No, it's still Real Madrid. Maybe that's me. I've still got a bit of PTSD. Poor week for City. Well, we're in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, mate. Jordan, 1 game, not a poor week. Come on.
If Pep Guardiola can change his philosophy, do not tell me that Cesc Fabregas.
I'll bet with you Echeverri makes it with
Come
us.
on, man. Come on, mate.
I think you're trolling now, Simon. Managers don't change their beliefs, and Fabregas' ethos is to commit little amounts of players. This is what I mean. You're not allowed an opinion now. They've got to bet with you to show the wrong. They say to you it's about opinions, and then they bet with you to prove the wrong. So it's not about opinions. It's about them being right.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not going to take the bullshit anymore. And people aren't going to slag me off for trying to rage bait me. Managers don't change their beliefs. Fabregas to commit a little amount of players. Yeah, true. From the limited time, Echeverri has done more than Phil. Has Echeverri got 10 goals and 5 assists? I get it. No, listen, LB's amazing. I love LB. LB's a mate of mine, top lad. I think he gets giddy. It's his opinions, though. He's entitled to them. I'm not going to bet with people. I'm not going to bet to slag players off. So, yeah, I think it's a joke. Right. Mate, we get it. You don't like Foden.
Why do people do this? Like, there's a reason why we play a full season, right? Like, the season doesn't start in January.
I'm not going to let people rage bait me anymore.
Can't talk about.
They're not going to rage bait me anymore. I'm allowed my opinion. You don't like my opinion, don't watch. I'm not going to do this anymore. If people don't like my opinion, please just move on. I am allowed my opinion. Stop trying to tell me what to do and think. If you're going to compare Foden to Echeverria, then sorry, you're crazy. You're crazy. But that's your opinion. But I'm not going to let people rage bait me because it's ruining chats. Come on, relax. We'll have a laugh. We'll have a bit of banter, but we're not going to do this no more. Yeah, exactly. I don't get it. It's boring now. I've had enough of it. I've had a very, very rough 2 weeks. I'm 43. Come on, please. Support how you want to support and let others support how they want to support. And if you don't like it, there's plenty of other channels out there to go and support. Yeah. Is it due to fallouts? What fallouts? I've not had any fallouts. What are you on about? What you keep going on about? Fallouts. I agree with you. I'm not sorry. Yeah, listen, LB just gets excited. That's all it is. He gets excited. What happened to X Spaces? Because it was full of idiots. I'm not staying up till 5 a.m. for idiots. I'm not doing it. People aren't respectful on them anymore. It's who's right. My dick's bigger than your dick. I'm 43. I'm not 15. Come on. I mean, what a nice community here. Big up, Luke. You sat, mate. Yeah. I know, Luke. Yeah, I know he's had don't worry, mate. Mate, family comes first. Look after your family.
Yeah, facts, man. Facts.
So don't ever apologize for not being able to come on, mate. You look after you. I can't stand all this player FC. I get you might have a favourite, but it's when it's just all for one player. Then go and watch single person sport. Golf's good, go. Exactly. And that's what it is, Curtis. It's what have you done for me lately? And it is what it is. Martin, 43, sometimes he can't even get it up. Oh, I can get it up, mate. I can get it up. How do you think you were born? I missed the 5 a.m. spaces, Martin, but they were a bit toxic. Exactly. Right. Martin Marsh, if you're going to do that, you're going to 5-minute timeout, mate. Told you I'm not doing that anymore. People are not going to come in here and try and cause shit in the chat no more.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
If you don't want to do it, you people can go. I'm not going to do it. So you either retract your comment or I'm going to put you in a timeout. You can choose which one you want to do. We're not going to do personal shit on here. We're not going to do personal shit. We're moving on. Anything else you want to talk about, Ed? Before we wrap up, my old mate. We've done nearly 2.5 hours. I think I'm back with a bang tonight.
Yeah, no, I think we talked about it a lot, man. I think, it's a big week coming up. Real Madrid, West Ham, big game on the weekend.
Hey, I'm excited. Do you know what? I'm at Wembley in a couple of weeks. Yay. Get me stitches out. Well, staples. I'd show it you, but I'd get graphic. Yeah, my dad's still not great, but it is what it is. I've just had a nice, relaxed one. I've missed it.
Hey man,
Come in with
chat,
a new
I
attitude.
miss you, mate.
I've come in with a new attitude. I've come in nice and refreshed. The break's done me well. Hospital food shit, but never mind. Tonight's the night then. Nah, she's fast asleep now. She's fast asleep, Katha. No chance. How was the Newcastle game? I missed it. It was brilliant. I'd actually say, one thing I will say, best game of 2026 and the best second half all season. That's what I will say. The best second half of all season.
Yeah, the best second half.
Even better than Liverpool. So, and by the way, I'm going to say a very, I don't think this is contagious. Big up Foggy, mate. Thank you for the 20 gifted. Amazing, mate. Sir, you, sir, are a legend. I will say this. I think Manchester City have the strongest squad in the whole league now.
Yeah, I mean, we're fit, yeah.
I think we have the strongest squad in the league. At the start of the season, I would agree it was Arsenal's. But I think with the additions we've made, with players coming back from injury, I think we've got the deepest squad now and the best squad.
9 games left.
Yeah. And listen.
Well, 10 for us because we got a game in hand.
Yeah, we've got 10 games, 30 points to play for. 7 points is now. We've got to play Arsenal, so that's a 6-point swing somewhere. Yeah. Fucking won it. Yeah, Simon, and I think we will win the league. Am I wrong? Maybe I am. I think City will win the league. I'm going to say what I said back in July. City will win 2 trophies, in my opinion.
Yo, Simon, man.
Back with a bang. Nah, Simon. It's not happening. Stephen, sorry. It's not happening. Too many S's in the chat tonight. Stephen, you're not. No. Because you come into the Etihad and you're getting a slap. Slap at the Etihad, my man.
Stephen, two years ago.
Not literally.
2 years
Not
ago.
literally.
2 years ago, you had the same amount of points and you still lost the league. Okay?
Woo! That'd be fighting talk. Fighting talk.
At the same time, Saliba got injured. At the same time, Saliba is currently injured right now.
Oh, ho, ho.
So we'll see, mate.
Oh, he's slapping some facts down, boy. Hey, Stephen, bend over. You're getting slapped. Ed's putting some pain down there.
Oh, pause.
Now that's play starting to click. I've seen people talk saying we have 2 sides again. I know when we were shit two games ago. Oh, it makes me laugh. It makes me laugh. It really does. But it is what it is. Yeah, Chelsea away will be tough. I agree with you, Nikita. Yeah. Arteta shit. I heard Judge Mo saying Arteta was a better manager than Thing.
Who?
Where's that come from?
Better manager than who?
A better manager than Pep.
Mate, he did not say that.
I'm telling you, I think the fasting's got to it.
Steven, do you want me to say it again, Steven? You want me to say it again, Steven?
Ed, sure.
I said 2 years ago you had the same amount of points.
Steven, I'll make this.
You had the same amount of points 2 years ago. 7 points up with a game in hand. Tell me what happened, Steven. You lost the league. Also, in the same year, you lost Saliba. Saliba is currently injured right now. I'm not saying we will win it. All I'm saying is it's not over. It's just not over. Don't book your tickets just yet. If we win that Carabao Cup final, mate, don't get scared. Yeah, you can come back, Martin.
That it? Is that it?
No, it's come on, man. It's late. What are we doing?
Look, Even Stephen's laughing at you, man. He's like, what was that?
I'm not worried about Stephen. When we win that Carabao Cup final, Stephen, you're going to be in this chat pissing you.
Right, listen, I'll tell you what, Ed, I'll bring you back in a minute. I'll give you a bit of a war cry. Stephen, now listen, pin the ears up some. Your team of bottlers. You ain't used to the pressure. The pressure gets on you. You get that big blue breath on the back of your neck. You don't like it. You've still got to come to Stade the Etihad. I'm telling you. You were lucky against Brighton. You were lucky against Mansfield. You're going to drop some points soon. Mark my word. You're going to drop some points. And we come and we pounce. So be very, very careful, Stephen. And you know what? As well, I'll give you some praise back. If you win the league, you deserve it. Because Manchester City are going to hunt you down. And we're going to come after you. Because unlike Mansfield, and unlike Brighton, and unlike Wolves and Brentford, we get the job done. Watch out. Never mind your quad. The real quads are coming. So get scared. Go and find a dark room. Book in May time. Book a holiday. Go and enjoy yourself. Somewhere nice and sunny. Outside of England. Because you're going to need some alone time. Get in that room and rock away, mate. Whatever you want to do. Because it's going to be a long day. Long day. And if Arsenal win the league, Martin's going on holiday. I'm going on fucking holiday if Arsenal win the league. The Etihad. Yeah, the Etihad. No, we couldn't beat ours. We couldn't beat Forest. I agree with you. Forest aren't Mansfield, though, are they? Mansfield Town. Oof. I'll tell you what, Stephen. It's going to start in 2 weeks' time. When you come to the Etihad South and you get your asses slapped. Asses slapped. And Arteta goes, bottom lip and P45. Because he'll never be the master. He'll always be the apprentice. Anyway, we passed Madrid. Yes. Yeah. Same county, though. Yeah, I'm only going to Lancashire. Going to Preston. You guys don't even know Arsenal. Oh, no, mate, I've seen Arsenal win a league. Unlike a lot of Arsenal fans, I've seen Arsenal win a league. Believe it or not. And they had a far better team. Far better team. They had Petit, Vieira, Ljungberg, Pires, Henry. They had a team that was mwah. Now they've got a team of long ball. You Stoke FC. You Stoke FC with money, man. You know what I mean? All Arteta needs to do is put one of these on, Stephen. A nice flat cap. And he is Mikel Tony Pulis Arteta. You Stoke with money. Anyway, no. Listen, exactly. It's all banter, mate. It's all a bit of banter and a bit of laugh. Anyway, may the best team win. That's what I'll say. Ed, thank you for joining us, mate. Yeah, I've just really made you cry listing off your old team. At least I can't name my old team. We were shit. We had fucking Tony Grant. Tony. Oh, by the way, one thing I do want to say as well that I don't think has properly been mentioned at the moment, and it's quite sad, about former Manchester City captain Andy Morrison, who has been diagnosed with Ramsay-Hunt syndrome, which is a facial nerve condition which can lead to facial paralysis, triggered by a virus, can take anywhere from 6 weeks to a year to recover from. He has got a 70% full recovery, but from everyone here at the Mancunian Way and within the City family, we wish our legend Andy Morrison, Andy Morrison, the best recovery. Look after yourself, mate. And I've spoke to you personally. We've done interviews together. You, sir, were a legend. So speedy recovery. Get well soon. The City family are behind you, Andy, all the time. Big up, Fogger. So yeah, all the best to him. So yeah, Ed, thank you for joining us, mate. Put the phone down. Listen, you're on mute.
I tell you, see what I have to deal with, guys? But nah, it's been a great time on here, man. Chat been great.
Bang! Back with a bang!
Except for some knobheads in the chat, but it's been a great show.
They're just giving their opinion. Don't call them knobheads.
Nah, I told you, Martin, you can. Hey, man, I'm going to call it out.
Ed's on a feisty one.
So nah, it's been a great show.
That isn't a flat cap. It's a cap.
Hit the like before we go, man. Hit the like, subscribe. We're trying to reach 10K.
Big up from Nambia, mate. I hope everything's safe from Nambia. Please stay safe. And what time is it over there? And big up, by the way, to Foggy with a 20, Belly and Linny with the renewals. We've gifted 5 out as well. Mr. Perfecto with the 2 super chats. Thank you so much. And you don't just have to give super chats. You can smash that like or hit that subscribe. We were at 8K. We've gone back under it because people want to play games. It's fine. It's all numbers. The ones who are there matter. Let's see who's live. Is anyone live at the minute where I can take you all to?
I don't think so.
Is there anyone live at this time? Is anyone live?
I don't think so.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you where I'll send you. And some of you won't be happy. I'll send you over to Alwar. Just put Manquay Raid.
For sure, man. For sure.
Manquay Raid in the chat. I know not everyone is. Manquay Raid in the chat. We'll be back. We might be back tomorrow, but don't forget, Blues down on the Tuesday. Stateside post-match to Real Madrid on Wednesday. Thursday, we are going to do the City Haters and Illness. And on Friday, Martin, Tone, Pulper, Touchwood, Big Steve are with you around about 2 p.m. on Friday with a huge show where we're going to talk everything Manchester City. So big up, much love. Thank you for all the lovely messages. I've missed you all. I'm back for the important part. You, sir, are legends. City were magnificent. And as always, up the Blues. Take care, all.